You see me? Am I live?
I don't see it yet.
Looking thing, man.
I don't know why.
It's gonna show up. Turn this shit off.
Okay, now I see it.
Streaming live. All right. All right. Yo, what's up, guys? I see somebody in here. Lucia, get your ass over here so I can tell me who's in here. What's going on, guys? I see people coming in, but I can't. It's
Utopian Seeker.
Utopian Seeker,
Windward Attack.
Luciano, is that it?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? What is going on?
Great RX video, said Luciano.
Thank you, the RX videos. It's funny because, I don't know why I feel like all skinny and small in those videos. I don't know what the hell, why I look so bad. But I mean, even if you saw the video, if you see the videos, right, Dave makes me take my pants off with Lee. And, Dave even said, holy shit, look at your fucking leg. Like my legs were smoking, not for nothing, but they were smoking. He told Lee, this is better than yours. Lee's calves are so big. But, my legs are really big. For some reason, those pants, my waist only, my pants are size 30. My waist is 30. So that's not bad. Where is it? I don't know if you can see it. I have my pants right here. It's right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's size 30 and the length is 32. 30, 32. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, that's my pant size.
Windward Attack said the Alabama hot dog get together was great.
The Alabama, thank you, Winmore. The Alabama hot dog. Yeah, that shit was fun. Yo, like I was saying, I was in a Joe Pietaro, Joe Zapata, me and Joe Zapata, we were talking. I only mentioned my gallbladder one time, and I just mentioned the surgery. It was when Dave asked me to flex my legs at that one video, and then when he said again, he said, "Holy shit, your legs are fucking," my legs were really good. The problem is that I have the thing is I have the diabetes, so Lee got it wrong. When they were busting my balls, it's because I was ordering food and I would say without the bun. And, they were freaking out because the guys couldn't understand. So I would go into this whole rant. And it has nothing to do with my gallbladder. It has to do with my diabetes. Because my fucking sugars out there was over 300. So I'm over there fucking shooting insulin every day, all the time, and that was what it was. It had nothing to do with the gallbladder. Lee's a ball breaker, though. Lee, I love Lee, though. He's a good man. He's my boy. But he breaks mine and Jimmy's balls.
Happy birthday from Alberta. No, happy Friday from Alberta, Canada.
Hey, who said that? Alberta, Canada.
Mr. Trembolin.
Mr. Trembolin. Okay. Well, Alberta, Canada. Wait, Alberta. Yeah, my son was in Alaska, though. That's right. Canada, Alberta, Canada is different. My son was in Alaska when he was in the Army. He was in Fairbanks, but that shit's cold up there, bro. I don't know how you deal with it. I can't take cold weather at all. It's bad enough over here in New York. It gets really, really cold.
Windward Attack asked if you ended up shooting insulin after the hot dog.
Did I shoot insulin? Winmore's asking me, did I shoot? I had to shoot insulin at night. Yeah, because my fucking sugar. I'm on the border. My doctor has me. It's not like I just take insulin or any of that shit. I've never shot insulin in my life until recently, and that's from my doctor, not because of bodybuilding. Yeah, I'm going to be big and shit, like these fucking guys. I've had to shoot insulin because my fucking sugar's high, and I'm borderline between 1 and 2. My father was 2 and then became 1, and I take care of I keep records of everything I eat and take and everything like that. So I take care of my diabetes, but for some reason, the fucking sugar's through the ceiling, out there. What people don't realize, what you guys don't understand, is that out there, that when you eat a lot of food, it doesn't matter if it's just carbs or just food, It could be fats. It's just all, when you eat a lot of food, and I ate a lot of food when I was out there, a lot of, steak and shit like that. I ate the burger without the bun. I ate the freaking hot dog without the bun. But it's still, the amount of food, your body just secretes, like it starts producing sugar because it wants insulin so bad, So that's what happened. But I don't know.
When we're at Texas, I think I might be diabetic because every time I eat, I sweat like a mother.
Well, you could sweat's one thing, but when your sugar goes through the ceiling. Hey, John Mancini, what's going on? Yes, it was crazy. Presidential debate was insane. Gregg versus Floud? Haas? Yeah, I don't care. That guy means nothing to me. I don't like angry people. I'm always even keeled, even tempered and stuff. I don't get crazy. So, that guy, that Floud guy, means nothing to me. I don't care what he does, like everybody's all bitching and shit. Whether he's a bad guy or not, I don't know. But I just know who wants to be around somebody that's angry all the time, or at least looks angry, And
Way of Dude had said, how much time did you get for running steroids?
What happened?
How much time did you get for running steroids?
I was in trouble for selling steroids.
How much time did you get for running steroids years ago? Way up, dude.
Way up, dude. What is he want to know? How much time did I get?
For running steroids.
Oh, shit. I was in a jail. I wasn't in jail for a long time. I did a little less than a year. But I was in this, my sister was the one who got me, who saved my ass, because I got basically a year in jail and 5 years probation, 6 years probation. So it was not good, but it was bad. I was fucked up.
Skip Milligan said, looking great, brother.
Thank you. Who said that? Skip Milligan.
Somebody, J Rob 8420 says, Gregor, your arm's still over 1920 range. Looks like you had a good time at the hot dog place.
Yeah, my arms are still pretty big. I'd say they're around 20 inches. They're not what they were, but I don't even really train arms. You got to remember, guys, I hadn't trained. That was the whole thing with Lee, where he started the whole gallbladder shit. I had not trained. I trained once with weights, once. And, when Dave's asking me to show my legs, I said, okay, I'll show my legs, but I haven't trained. And that's when Dave said, holy shit, look at your legs. He said to Lee, his legs are better than yours. The reason why my legs are like really fucking jumping, bro. I'll do some videos and put them up there with my legs. I have not trained. I'm 25 fucking pounds down. You know what I mean? Because the surgery, you know what I mean? But I wasn't out there talking about the surgery. I never once, but I was talking about the fucking shit. That's why Lee kept breaking my balls, telling the waitress, don't give him any bread, don't give him any carbohydrate. It's the fucking diabetes, bro. That's what's killing me. It's that. It's not the gall. I feel nothing from the gallbladder. I feel like I never even had a surgery. So I still have stitches though in the gut. But I think it's funny that he breaks my nuts.
John Mancini asked, what are some good food places in Alabama that you guys ate at?
Oh, John Mancini's asking me. I don't know. We went to some oyster place. Now, I don't eat that shit. John Romano's always got to eat this like weird shit. Like I'll have quail eggs with fucking, with beaver bacon or some shit. I don't know.
It was good everywhere we went, though.
What? Yeah, the food was good. It was good. It was good. You know what I mean? Some of the places weren't the cleanest places, but food was good. The hotel had better food than anywhere. We all had fun out there in Alabama. I'm not used to like that kind of shit. That's like Cornstalk USA out there. But it was good. We had a good time. I shoot a training video with Lee. Man, you look amazing. Thank you. Who wrote that? I can't see that.
I don't know.
Is it something
J-Rob?
No, that I can't see. It says he wrote. See with the biceps flexing guy, whoever wrote with that biceps. I can't see.
The UPS Viking?
Is that what it says? The UPS Viking. Thank you, UPS Viking. I wasn't training though. This video of me fucking around doing this. It's a Dave posted it, that motherfucker. But we weren't training. I was kidding around. I was supposed to be doing a thing with Lee, we were doing that. How like always in Muscle Fitness, they show a guy with like curling and then the other bodybuilders make believe he's spotting them, and they both got their mouth like Lee opened his mouth like and I was like that was just a joke. I didn't train that day. I never trained out there. When I go away, I overtrain before I go away. So when I go away, unless I was going to go away for a week or longer, and we were out there like 4 or 5 days. But the thing is, when I go away, I don't lift weights when I go away. I don't work out. I'm fucking 64 years old. I got to fucking take it easy. You know what I mean? But I appreciate it. I'm still in shape again. 30-inch fucking waist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy the Bull was even said, bro, you're a V-taper in your ass. He goes, Jesus Christ, it's so small. Then he goes, if we were soulmates, you'd be in trouble. I said, maybe I'd like it. We're kidding around. So
when we're tested, both of my shoulders are scar tissue after years of thinning. It's painful to inject anymore because it's crunched.
Okay, she's reading me the questions. That's why I'm sitting here like this.
Will Debley,
yeah, when Moore's saying about he's got scar tissue in his shoulders. I mean, I got scar tissue everywhere.
Will Debley, your brother.
What?
Will Debley.
Oh, Will. Hey, Will. What's going on, my brother? Thank you, Will. Will, yeah, I'll do that little that Will has a cameo thing that he did. He wants me to do. So I'm going to do that for you. Maybe I'll do it later tonight when I'm done with this. Thank you. Lucia just alerted me. But thank you so much, Will. I appreciate that. You know, Will's the man. What's that?
The UPS Viking says 30 waist is impressive.
UPS Viking said 30 weight. When I competed, you know those pictures you see of me when I was real young and I get the fuck doing a side chest and all that? My waist, I used to wear 26 in the pants. My waist, see, I'm an illusion. You know what I mean? Like my body, I was like Frank Zane. I had that fucking tiny waist and tiny ass, and then my legs branch out. You know what I mean? Measurement wise, you know, I didn't break records or anything, but they looked freaky because I was small joints, like kind of like Flex Wheeler has small joints and everything like that. So that, you know, my waist was really small. So it made me, actually, the fact that I have tiny hips and tiny waist, the little Swiller has small joints and everything like that. So that, you know, my waist was really small. So it made me, actually, the fact that I have tiny hips and tiny waist, a little ass and shit, makes the legs look even fucking bigger when I pose them, you know. But they're not breaking no records as far as, you know, size goes. But my legs, my back, and everything are my best body part. Like if you saw my back, even when I would walk in that, everybody kept saying, even, you know, look like a little gorilla. To see it, to put videos of me, like I'm like, oh my god, I look like a gorilla.
Somebody wrote, Greg, did you hear about the doctor disrespect situation? What's your take? The doctor.
Who asked me that? Titoros asked me.
Did you hear about the doctor disrespect situation?
But Will, I just want to say to my boy Will. Will, thank you. I appreciate that again. I see what you whenever you're ready. Thank you, Will. Thank you so much. God bless you, Will. Will's law enforcement, and we over here we back the blue. Okay, you know, I don't. Some of you know I was involved in law enforcement. I don't post pictures or anything. I sent some to Will, but I'm not going to show any of you guys. So, but that's neither here nor there. 737 was my shield number, Will. And Will's does all the MMA, like my daughter. You know, my daughter's big with that stuff. Lee breaks my balls about that too, by the way. Tantoros wants to know, Greg, did you hear about the doctor disrespect situation? What's your take? What doctor? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not sure what doctor disrespect. I'm not sure. Where I think he's asking me, he saved the hot dog buns. No, you know what it is? I don't want to waste food.
Braces on here.
And Lee, I wish I can get Lee on.
He's like, what? Your daughter's into MMA? My God, I never knew. The next thing you're gonna tell me you have a gallbladder removed.
I see Lee's already breaking my balls out here. I love Lee. Lee, if there was a way to get you on here, I don't know how to do it. I'm on a computer. I'm not on a phone. Lou, didn't I get him on here? I don't know how to add somebody. I can't. I don't know how to do it, Lee. If you know how to do it, send Lucia the instructions, and I'll get you on. I'm on a computer. I'm not on a phone. So that's why it's not that little thing. Lee's funny, bro. Boy, that's how I know Lee likes me, because if he could break balls with the best of them. And when he breaks Jimmy, poor Jimmy. Jimmy was like drunk like this, where his eyes were slits, and Lee's like fucking shoving drinks under his. Jimmy spent time telling me, "Listen, I got to catch a plane at 3:00. This is on Lee. This is after the show. Remember what, you know?" And then he's like, "I'm not gonna let Lee make me drink." Before you knew it, Lee was getting him drunk. It's funny. Anyway, yeah, I didn't want to waste the food, so I didn't want the buns. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want the. It's my diabetes. It's not the gallbladder. It's the sugar. The gallbladder's fat, but it's the sugars. Lee's funny. Oh my God.
Somebody asked, how did you meet Bob Bonham?
How did I meet Bob Bonham?
The UPS Viking?
Oh, UPS Viking was how I met Bob Bonham. Jeez, I met Bob 1985. We were both running shows for the NPC. That's how. I was running shows in. I used to compete in the AAU, and then the NPC came along. I think it was '84, and I started saying, like, I'm sick and tired. I come home with nice trophies and shit, but what good is that, you know? So I started making money. As soon as I started promoting shows, I started making shkaro. You know what I mean? As soon as you start making a shkaro, I'm like, who the fuck needs it? Why kill yourself dieting? So that's when I stopped doing that, and I started running shows for the NPC before Steve Weinberger was running. Matter of fact, 2 of my shows, Steve Weinberger took up the Atlantic States and the Northern States. Those are my shows. Larry is like...
Larry, not like it, though. I can't break his balls.
I know. You know what, Lee? I get into defensive Lee, and I got to tell Larry this. Lee plays around, right? And with the whole Larry thing and all that shit. And we were on a show the other day, Lee. Dave was telling Larry, oh, yeah, you know, Lee was out there with the Larry, this, that, the other thing. And I'm telling Larry, wait a minute. You can't blame Lee. Dave and the others were instigating. So if you're going to get mad at Lee, you have to get mad at Dave and them, because Dave's instigating. Dave's the one who started that whole thing, even with Jimmy the Bull. I ended that shit when I said, wait a minute, hold on, Larry. Jimmy never fucking said, he never mentioned your name. The person who mentioned was when Dave said, Larry, would you fight Jimmy the Bull? And Larry's like, well, you know, yeah, I mean, if he's going to fight me, I'm going to fight back. And then Dave started the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't need to bring up Jimmy. Why don't you just say you'd fight him, Dave? You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, you know, that's you know, lead. These guys were instigating. So I'm your backup on that shit. Fuck that.
Will Devley said, let's get you to Florida.
I saw Dave starting trouble. Will Devley said, what's that?
Let's get you to Florida, bro.
Yeah, you know, Will, I've never been to Florida.
Somebody wrote,
I've been everywhere, but I've never been to Florida.
Greg, Adam K. Greg, you said you've never been to Florida. So was this your first time in the south of the USA? I've
been a little bit over. My son was in Oklahoma, you know. Lee's going to like this. When my son was in... my son's was intelligence. So I used to go see him. You know what I mean? He went to Goodfellas Air Force Base, which is in Texas. That's the intelligence hub for the government. You know what I mean? And for the Army. And then he was doing in the other big, there's 2. There's one in Hawaii, and then there's one in Fairbanks, Alaska. Okay, he got stuck to one in Fairbanks, Alaska with that guy, what the hell's his name? What's the one that transgender? Bradley Manning, who became Chelsea Manning. Well, that was just my son was a supervisor up there. So my son was up there, you know, I didn't go there, but I did go to South. I did go to Texas, and I did go to Oklahoma. He was also in Fort Sill. So that's he's going to break my nuts on that thing. You guys, wait, what did Lee just say? We didn't even talk about Larry. Dave brought it up. Yeah, I know. But other people must have been telling him, because he said, yeah, I heard that, so I'll still be at the Olympic. I heard him say that, you know what I mean? And I meant to say something, but I got sidetracked. But don't worry, I'm gonna be the one that's going to say, listen, those guys were egging that shit on. You know, they were all egging that shit on, every single one of them. Tell your sons and tell us, my God. Lee's funny. Oh, Lee was breaking my balls out there even about that. They just asked me about it, Lee. I was saying if I ever been to the South. So it's the truth. The only time I've ever been South like that is because I went to see my son. When I went to see my son when he was, when he was doing intelligence school, all that shit, So I went to see my son when he was in the Army. So that's the only time I've been in the South. No, I haven't been South at all.
Somebody wrote, Monster Chun, would Greg ever visit Mexico for vacation or a paid event?
Would I ever visit Mexico? Lee's making me laugh. Would I ever visit Mexico? I would. My girlfriend's Mexican. Whole family's from Mexico. Her mother's back and forth there. Mother sends pictures of herself. She's a nice guy, her mother. She's, nice goatee and shit. But she's Mexican. So she sits on a fucking donkey. She'll send her pictures. No shit. She's sitting on a fucking donkey. The donkey's like, help me. It's, she's 4 foot, 10, 300 pounds, sitting on a donkey with that fucking ponytail in the back. There's fucking chickens running around. She got a straw hat on. I'm like, holy backwoods country. I don't want to go to Mexico, bro. There's trouble down there. You know what I mean? It's especially if her mother's there. She probably runs the cartel. Larry Wheels. I know I've met Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels came up to me when he was younger and he was talking to me, but I don't really know him good. We need to talk. I have to hook up with a few conventions here in Florida. Okay, well, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open to. I got all friends in Florida, family in Florida. Yet I never been to Florida. You know, I'm like not the biggest travel guy, as Dave breaks my balls to about that. You know, I'm not like the biggest guy to leave home. You know, I do it because we got paid Scott Old to be out in Alabama. But did your son have any interest at all in bodybuilding? Lou, you're supposed to be reading this shit. I can't read. I gotta stick my face look like this close, and then all you see is this shit on my head.
That was from the UPS Viking.
Okay, the UPS Viking wants to know, does my son have an interest in bodybuilding? My son's like Lee. He's fucking a genetic. He's a myostatin freak. My son's got the same calves as Lee. They're this fucking big. They're like cannonballs. You know what I mean? Remember, his grandmother on his mother's side, my ex-wife was half black, half white. Her mother was an acrobat in a circus. She used to do trapeze and all that. So she was built. What did Lee say now?
Lee Priest was like, don't tell me your son's in and sound like
I heard
please
that.
Don't show his photo and blow his cover.
Lee's funny. But the thing is, so my son has he's a fucking Lucia, right? My son's big. He's really big. Mm-hmm. He's like a moose. He was like the kid in school that you call like moose. You know what I mean? When he's in the army, he used to go and deadlift, do deadlift shows and stuff. He's into that type of training. Not so much anymore because he's busy with work. But he's big. He's got like really broad shoulders. He's got big fucking thick hands he's like a moose, you know. He's got like fucking 22-inch arms. He doesn't even lift weights anymore. They're big. They're fucking heavy thighs. You know, like a guy it was like a lumberjack in high school. You knew that. I knew a guy that fucking laid down and bench 500 pounds and he didn't even lift weights.
So is he who? Your son he's asking? We the people.
My son's not real, so he's like 5'8". But the thing is that he's like a moose. You know what I mean? He's got those big, heavy thighs and shit like that. So, he doesn't he doesn't lift weights anymore. Not that I know of anyway. But he's big though. Everybody tells me, is your son on steroids? Because he's fucking big. He looks like because he's a moose. Unfortunately, he's ugly. He looks like me, and I'm ugly. He's got hair. I don't really have hair. I just got stubble.
Will definitely says gotta run. God bless you, and we'll see.
Will, God bless you, man. Thank you so much, Will. God bless you, and all the boys in blue down there.
On Instagram, you gotta chat with him on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll chat with him definitely. What's that say? SWAT or Swan? 111. What's up, my brother?
Who's Vince Goodrum?
Vince Goodrum. Why is he in here?
No, somebody's saying that he's doing a live here on YouTube.
Oh, Vince is a good guy. I like Vince. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a black person?
Yeah. I like Vince.
I see two people on there. It's a black guy and a white guy.
Yeah, Vince is a good guy. What are these guys? You gotta help me. I can't read these fucking things.
Did you ever meet Gregg Kovacs?
Yes, I've met Gregg Kovacs.
He died so young.
But you know what's funny? Gregg Kovacs was so big. He was big. He couldn't fucking. He couldn't even wipe his butt. His wife used to have to wipe his butt. It's too big. When you're that big, bro, the heart's like pumping like this. It's not good for you. What else is going on? Lucia, help me with these things. Do you think Big Lenny will live another 5 years? I don't know. I like Big Lenny, though. I like him.
When are you going to drop the Delt video?
When am I going to drop the Delt video? Who wrote that? Wait, you got to tell me the guy's name so I can talk to him. I'm sorry, guys. I got to keep sticking my face.
Boda, Boddbah.
Where do you see that? Boda? When are you going to drop the video? I'm going to do it one of these days. I'm going to do it with Joe Zapata in the gym. John Mancini. Lee, what do you think of last debate with Biden? Are you asking Lee? I don't know if Lee, at least, oh yeah, there he is. Poor Biden. What a zombie. Yeah, Biden. Oh, he had a cold. Bullshit. That's the way he is all the time. How come I didn't see him wiping his nose. I didn't see him sneezing. I didn't see him coughing. I didn't hear him clear his throat. I didn't see any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? What?
Maybe we can add.
Anyway, I don't know what she's doing. I said, look, this is her hand. See?
Great.
What are you doing? She's bending down over there.
My dog is a moose.
My dog is a moose. Wait, there's other guys asking me questions here. I wish I could see Lucia and all the glory in her glory in Alabama. Lucy, you should have shown yourself. She's actually kind of in a video too. She doesn't want to be in a video. She's very shy. She's sitting right here. That's her hand. She's trying to look to see if she can add Lee or something, if Lee wants to come on. I don't know how to do this shit. I mean, I'm really bad. That's her fucking moving around that thing. I don't know if you can see it. Look, they probably can't see it. I can see it though. Anyway, you know, what the hell are we saying? Lou, what are you doing over here?
Keep
Some shit just popped up. What are you clicking? What else is going on? Where are you going to drop the dope? Okay, we saw that already, Lee. Yeah, he was a zombie, Lee. Another weekend at Bernie's with Biden. Yeah, he's fucking shot, bro. But listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you something. I watch a Yankee game, right? Yankees one day will kick the shit out of a team. They'll be up. They'll win 15-0, right? Shut the team out. The next day they can't get 3 hits and they lose. They lose 9-0. What am I saying about that? Don't kid yourself. Do not count Biden out. Do not sit there and start buying fucking, nightclub fucking party tickets or nightclub fucking party tickets or anything for, celebrate, Trump winning. I want Trump to win. But these motherfuckers cheat. We don't know. Look, what did you do? I can't get all the way down here. You got to close. Wait, close. All right, I got it now. Because I can't see their questions. So anyway, what I'm saying is it wouldn't shock me, if they don't let him take it. I'm just telling you, there's a chance if he goes to jail, they're going to whack him. Now, you may say, oh, come on. They want the Secret Service there because they'll do what they did with Kennedy. They'll have somebody whack Trump and then Secret Service will whack the guy that whacks him. And then you'll never find out the story because you kill the guy before. That's exactly what they did with Jack Ruby was sent there, kill him, and because Jack Ruby was a piece of shit and his family got taken care of it. Look, we don't know. I'm just saying to you, don't count your chickens before. I don't believe in anything. If I went and got the winning lottery ticket and the lottery gave me a check, until I cash that check. Wait a minute. Until I cash that check and the check is in my bank account, I believe nothing. So what I'm saying is everybody that's celebrating, Trump won. Don't kid yourself. It ain't over. I don't trust them. I don't trust the Democrats. I don't trust what they're going to do. They'll do something because they don't want this guy in president, even if it means doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see what happens. I don't know,
Ian Abel says, oh, shit. Somebody wrote, they sent $4.99 Alonso Pichardo.
So Lucia on Cam on the RX for a split second. She's a cutie pie. Yeah, she is. She is. She's skinny the way I like him. Latina the way I like him. Yeah, okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna send it to Lee.
Wait, she's covering me up. I can't
send it to Lee. No, you're not. You're not being covered up. People can still see you.
How do you do? Wait, I don't know what she's doing. I can't see me or any of you guys. She's her hand is down here on my fucking computer. Yeah, she's Lou, you're clicking on. You're gonna knock me off this thing. Anyway, so she's quickly, if you see her in a video or two, she has real long hair, so she had like a ponytail snatched and stuff, and she's skinny. So if you saw that, that was her. I've been with her almost 18 years now, so I got to get a younger one. I'm 26, 27 years older than her already. I'm older than her mother, yet her mother looks older than me. Like I said, my mother's a nice guy. Lou, you got to help me. These people are asking me questions here. Oh, Eaton Abel. He said, Eaton, what's going on, my brother? I saw that. What did you see? The Alabama shit? Wait a minute. I can't get this thing. Lou, what'd you do? I can't get this thing to move. One more. I saw Lucia, too. She is way pretty. And that's why I want to go and see her. Yeah, she's quiet. My girlfriend's very quiet. Not with me. She don't shut up. But, when she's with everybody, even at the party, she sat in the back. And everybody's like, why don't you come over? And she's like, no, I just like, that's the way she is. She talks to all of them. She even gave John Romano. You gave John Romano a back rub, right? And you gave Lee a back rub, right?
Yeah.
What about Jimmy the Bull? Did you give Jimmy? My girlfriend gives the most amazing back rubs. She gives me one. I get one like every day. You guys wish, right? But Luke, what did you do here? I can't roll this thing down. So anyway, thank you. what's the guy's name that sent this over here? Lucy, I can't see. Is it Alonzo
What is
Picardo? Is that guy? I can't see.
What can't you see?
Cause I can't fucking see. I gotta stick my fucking nose on a goddamn computer. You know I can't see.
So what is it that you're trying to do?
I want to thank the guy. It's Alan Picardo. Is that it? Alonzo. Thank you, Alonzo. She's gonna next time you're gonna see her, she's gonna have 2 black eyes. I'm just kidding. She'll beat me up. Are you kidding me? Hopefully Romano too. John Mancini said, hopefully you got a tip when Romano gave you a back rub. When you gave Romano a back rub. Just Romano's a scandal. But Lou, you're supposed to be reading these. Congrats. Hard to find a good woman these days. Well, me and her have been. See, her and I do everything together. I don't go anywhere without her. She, if I was going to do another show or something, I make sure she goes. I was supposed to do the Patrick Bet David show. Okay, I was supposed to do it February 13th, 2020. And then I had the throat cancer, and that was my first surgery. And they botched it. Okay, they botched that surgery. The doctor comes out, says, oh, we got it all. And they didn't get it all. So now Patrick Bet David made the next appointment for me. He was in Texas at the time, so I had to fly down to Texas. And he was flying her too. And then on the 17th of March, 2020, I had the neck surgery. And besides, that's the day Trump shut down the economy and everything closed. And I was in a hospital. I had my second surgery. And then a week later, I had the third. So I had 3 surgeries in 5 weeks' time. So, but then Patrick Bet David stopped doing the shows. Now I can probably contact, because he's a big bodybuilding fan, and he's talked to me before, so I could probably maybe still get back on his show. But now he's big. He wasn't big back then, and now he's doing all the political shit and all these other fucking people. So I'm just a fucking momo. You know what I mean? But anyway, he was gonna fly her down here too, because I don't do shit without her. And when you got a girlfriend, she's got to be your best friend. I'm her best friend, and she's my best friend, and we do everything together. We've been together close to 18 years now. You know what I mean? So
somebody wrote link that video. What video?
Link what video?
I don't know.
What video do you want me to link?
Anyway, hey Greg, I'm about to head out to the gym. What do you do about people in the gym who are fucking around in there? It's really hard for me to focus when they're taking all the equipment. Watching IG. That's from Jack Krause.
Okay, Jack Krause. I have a problem with that too. He's asking me, what do you do about when you get in the gym? He's about to go to the gym, and all these people fucking jamming up the equipment, and they're looking at it. I mean, I tell them, there's guys in my gym that go crazy. There's a guy who's a cop in my gym, and he tells me, God damn it, get the fuck off the machine if you're going to. Because these kids sit there with Crocs on, those slides. I did a video about it. Crocs, slides. And they're sitting around, and they're like, and there's 3 or 4 of them, and they're laughing and talking about this and showing each other something on their phones. And they say to them, dude, Jake, how many sets you got left there? Oh, we got like three, maybe 4 sets. They say, well, Jesus, and then they go right back to talking. It takes like 5 minutes for one of them to do a set. So we just say, listen, bro, I'm sorry. I got to work in with you. That's it. Because you can't hog the equipment. When people ask me, if I'm on a machine, people ask me, can I work out with you? Can I work in, or how many sets you have left? I say, just work in with me. Just go fast. That's all. If you can't go fast. A lot of times I do 2 or 3 sets because I don't do a lot of rest. So I'll do 2 or 3 sets to their 1 set. But I let them work in. So if they're on a machine, I will tell them, hey, listen, if I try to give them their space, but if I see that I tell them, dude, you're on your phone. Let me do a set where you're on your phone, and then, you can sit on your phone and Google or play whatever you're doing, while I'm doing a set, and then you can do your set after that. And if not, I'll do 2 sets to your 1. That's what I do. But I can't wait. I like to go fast. That kills me, man. Especially when these kids, if you're wearing Crocs and slides, you are not serious. You are not. I said it in a video that I just did. If you go to you are on my YouTube channel. If you in the YouTube here thing, I said it. There was a chick in a gym the other day, and she was doing leg presses, and she had slides on her feet. Those fluffy slippers that you slip your foot in. And she took them off, but now she has socks on. And she's doing a leg press, her fucking feet are sliding like this. And I told her, either wear sneakers, or if you're going to do that shit, take your fucking feet. You'd be better off barefoot. At least you can get a grip on that. But you can't do it with socks on, and you're going to get killed. You drop a weight on your foot or step on something, you're fucked. Anyway. Lou, you're supposed to be reading this shit. The hardest part of having a best friend is when you lose them. Yeah, but you know what? Oh, Winmore, I know what you're talking about. I remember you. I remember that you did. Yeah, sometimes they put Winmore. Look, the girl on my arm. She was me and her were close. She died. You know what I mean? And it, like overnight, she overdosed. They killed me. You know what I mean? But that can't stop you from having another. You have to move on. You know what I mean? It took me years till I met this one. But Lucia and I do everything together. I used to call her Mercedes in my. When you guys would read the Ramlet Freak. I put her in there. You know what I'm saying? But that's how long I've been with her, and we get along great. Everybody even says you two are like, when we're in Alabama there, everybody's like, wow, you two get along. It's because we get along like that.
The people wrote Julissa.
Who wrote the people?
We the people wrote Julissa.
Yes, Julissa. Yes. It's JULISSA. What's that?
J. Rob said, "Oh yeah, equipment hogs are the worst. Looking at their phone."
J. Rob saying yes, the equipment hogs. Yes, go ahead. Lucy,
looking at their phone, taking their sweet ass time, and it's usually the last machine they need to use for that day split. What the fuck?
Yes, we the people. That's correct. J. Rob, I agree. That's exactly the problem. Is that when it's the other day, Lucy and I go to the gym at like midnight, sometimes 1 in the morning on Monday, and there's 2 kids in there. Right? And son of a bitch, they're on the fucking machine I want to get on. There's a whole gym full of equipment, and they're on that one machine that I got to start my workout with. I have a way to start my workout. I don't like to. I'm a creature of habit, guys. When I used to own my gym, we had all these different weights, right? I'd have like 3 or 4 pairs of 35s, like that, 30s, 20s, like that. And I would use, and they were all exactly the same. But I had marked the dumbbell, so I knew which one I would use. If I was going to do like curls, right? Like I do like concentration curls and shit, warm down like that. I would have to do one dumbbell, okay? And I would use that 135. If somebody else was using that 35, there's other 35s that are exactly the same as that on the rack. I would say, excuse me, do you mind if I use that 35? And people look at me like, well, what's the difference? It's just the one I always use because I'm a creature of habit like that.
Gregg's old powerhouse was the best. Jeremy Scott, yo, Gregg, what's up?
Okay, here we go. Whoever that is it's that same person that keeps like to fuck around. They're gonna try to say stuff to bait me into trying to guess who they are. So
what are you talking about?
The We the People guy, unless he says who it is. Unless he says who it is. Okay.
I think he's like a fan.
Well, if We the People, if you're really somebody that I supposedly know, then say who you are to me. You know what I mean? Don't do that whole secret thing like the guys have been doing. I get it when you guys do that. Then I ignore. You know what I mean? Because whoever it is when they start that shit, they first do that. They bait you with that. Oh shit, you trained at my powerhouse. See how we brought up Julissa, and then the next thing he's going to keep talking about stuff. And then when you say who is this, they don't want to tell you. That's like cowards. So I don't like that shit.
I got my own bench and dumbbells now. Pull down machine so much better and easier at home than going to the gym. It's
I remember seeing pictures of Julissa years ago. She was a firecracker. So yes, thank you, Winmore. Thank you. Yes. What did you just post a link to?
Your Facebook.
My Facebook. Oh.
And Instagram.
No offense to Lucy. No, it's fine. Lucy, listen, you have to understand. Lucy and I can talk about if I see a hot chick, right, that I like or something, like if I see she got a nice ass, I can say to her, wow, look at the ass on that fucking girl.
What's up?
Eaton, what's going on, man? Eaton. Now see, Eaton, I know. Eaton.
Danielle, greetings from Portugal, Valentino.
Daniel.
Got to make more videos.
Thank you from Portugal. Thank you, Daniel.
Love hearing you and your old story.
God bless you in Portugal. I love Portuguese women, by the way. So what I was saying is my girlfriend and I can look at a guy, at a girl and tell her. She could look at a guy and tell me, oh, that guy's, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? She could sit and watch porn. I don't give a shit. I could sit there and watch her porn. She don't give a shit. Like, it's like that. You know what I mean? We don't really do that, but I can. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. We could say, like, we're watching the girls in Alabama, and she's not into girls at all. they, like fucking around. She's not bisexual. She'll sit there and go, "Wow, yeah, that girl does have a nice ass," or something like that. And I'll see, look at her fucking tits all the time, whatever. So we have it like that. Or there's could be a male bodybuilder up there, and if I know it's like her type, I'll go, "Oh, I know you like that right there," and she'll be like, "Yes, I do." We're like that. So when you're like that, and there's no jealousy here. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If she wanted to be with another guy, it's bye. You know what I mean? I don't get jealous. I'd rather not deal with that shit.
Alexander Carson wrote, "Greg, I bought your book years back, and I followed you since forever. You're the best. Please invite Jimmy over and record that evening."
Alexandra, yes, I've had. Thank you very much for buying the book and everything. Jimmy's been over the house. So was Lee. Lee sat right here, and Jimmy sat right here too. I'll get Jimmy over. Jimmy's still in New York, so am I. Lee's not here; he's in Australia. But when he comes here, Guy Sistanino trains in Crocs. I don't know about that. I'd have to see it. And I'll break Guy's balls. I love Guy Sistanino. He's my boy. I know him way before he was a pro. He actually trained at my gym back years ago when he was a young kid. Way before he was a pro. He's a good guy, but I don't believe he trains in Crocs. He's no way. He ain't getting on no leg press or hack squat. He ain't squatting with no Crocs on. Anyway, Greg, what do you think about the what? The Hawk 2? Oh, the Hawk 2 girl. She's cute, but guys that make too much about that. I guess, what is it? It's guys that are fucking, I don't know if they're getting ass or not, but when you see some girl going, "I'm going to go Hawk 2 on that shit." First of all, I don't want her spitting on my dick. I want to shove it right down her fucking throat. You know what I mean? But it doesn't do anything. Is she cute? Yeah, she's okay. You know what I mean? It's that she's not really my type. I like, dark-haired Latin chicks and stuff, but or ethnic Jew chicks, from Israeli Jew with the dark curly hair and the dark eyes, or Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. I have the dark hair, dark eyes thing going on. But she's cute, but she's, I like her little southern accent. I like that shit. But the fact that she says Hawk 2 on a dick, I don't know, everybody's going too crazy with it. It's like, oh my God, you guys are like the guys from Revenge of the Nerds. You remember the Chinese guy? Oh, hair pie.
I commented on Vince Goodrum's live, and he's like, "Greg, what's up, bro?"
Well, dude, she's over there.
He's like, "Greg, what's up, bro?"
You're a fucking idiot. Tell her it's not Greg. Tell him it's not me. She's over there on Vince Goodrum's. You're supposed to be helping me over here. What are you doing on Vince Goodrum's live? And she's going like this to me.
I'm on both.
No, you're not. She's over there on Vince Goodrum's live. Well, I'm doing a freaking live. I need to read the fucking. I can't read all. I gotta look. I gotta go like this.
When we're attacked, most girls do that anyways. But she was on video admitting it. Who cares?
Yeah, she just said Hawk 2. I know what you're saying, Winmore, but it's just like it doesn't. It doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? I want to see her fucking go like that. I want to dig down her throat. But still, she was cute. I can't. I don't go nuts over stuff like that. Like, I'm immune to porn. That's why I really don't watch porn. I could see it. Me and her fuck all the time. So, and she's right here. She ain't denying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You heard her. Mm-hmm. Get off good. Did you tell him that's not me, Lucia? You tell him that's you, not me. Tell him Greg's doing a live right now, so it's Greg's girlfriend. What? Look at her. She's on fucking Vince Goodrum's fucking live right now.
Wade from Australia says hello.
Oh my God, that's so fucked up. I'm her boyfriend. See, now wouldn't you guys would go give her 2 black eyes for that, right?
Oh God.
She's like, oh God.
There's a video that was just posted about Biden being on different types of drugs before the debate.
Anyway, what else going on? Nerds, good movie. Yes, it was a good movie. That's from I think it was Revenge of the Nerds or whatever. Nerds, remember that? Where the Chinese dude's like, "Oh, hair pie." You guys are like, "Oh my God, she said Hawk 2. Go watch porn." And fucking girls are smacking a dick in the face and fucking comes going over the mug and on their belly up their ass. That's a different story. Some nerdy girl, "Oh, I said Hawk 2. I love you, boo." Like, fuck that shit. What's up, the Rambling Freak? Who wrote this? Lucia, help me. Terminator Juice. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Terminator Juice. What's up, Rambling Freak? I saw you have bigger legs than Lee, and Lee seemed like he didn't like that. Is that the big? My legs are really, really built, bro. I'm gonna do more posting with the legs. My legs, everybody talks about the arm. My legs are fucking by far my best body, and my back. If you ever saw my back, even Dave was like, "Jesus, your back." You can see when I walk. There's pictures of me walking in. I look like a fucking gorilla. You know what I mean? It's funny, but no, my legs are really ripped too. That's what it is. They're very muscular and ripped and split, and I got the feathers going and the veins going, and my hamstrings are huge. But and I also have a small waist, like a narrow hips. So when hips are narrow and then the legs branch out, it makes the legs look even bigger. But thank you, I appreciate that, Terminator Juice. Dave, and that's I only trained once, and I only did one set. When I train now, I only do one set for the front of my thighs. I do everything is for hamstrings,
Mr. G's on here.
Oh shit, is Mr. G here?
Yeah.
Big Greg, will you tell me that your gallbladder's taken? George is funny. George, I had my gallbladder taken out. George is a panic. I love George. He's fucking crazy. He's not. Him and Lee boxed that night. Captain Protein, say it isn't. In my gallbladder. You're making my gallbladder. I'm pissed because Lee didn't offer me he didn't offer me his gallbladder. I mean, guys just didn't offer Flex Wheeler. I think he offered to give him a kidney. Well, Lee should have offered to give me his gallbladder. It wasn't the gallbladder. It's the sugar. It's not the gallbladder. Even George is breaking my balls. Lee told me to ask you. Lee had, let me tell you something. Lee had the fucking waitresses. He had the whole, I'm surprised he didn't get up on stage and announce it to the audience. He had everybody breaking my nuts about the gallbladder out there. That's fucking funny. I heard you like hamburgers without the buns.
Ethan Abel had said that he sent another email.
Oh, when Ethan Abel said that, where is he?
He said, I sent another email. If you can, I leave my number.
Okay, Ethan. Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'll check. If you sent it recently, I haven't really looked at my emails. Usually that one, she's sitting over there. Usually she tells me. Yes, the troublemaker. She's over there on fucking, hey, Lee, my girlfriend's over here. Lucia's over here. She's on, what's his name? Vince Goodrum's. Lee, she's on Vince Goodrum's live right now. I guess she's under my name. So Vince Goodrum's, hey, Greg, great to see you. You motherfucker. Other people are fucking saying, hey, Gregg Valentino, you motherfucker, you're supposed to be helping me. She thinks it's funny. You're supposed to be helping me. I can't read all this shit. You're over there on Vince Goodrum's now. Oh, my God.
Canadian girls love guys with bow legs.
Canadian girls love guys with bow legs.
Mr. G wrote that.
Is that what he said?
That's what Mr. G wrote.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Wait a minute.
Ethan Abel says, I remember your son when he was a little guy.
Yes, Ethan. You remember my son as a little boy. Now he's a moose. You got to see him. He's like, what does Paul weigh? He's like almost 240.
Your son?
Yeah, he's like 240, 250 pounds. He's big. Ethan's hands are like fucking like baseball mitts. He's one of those. You know what I mean? He's got the big heavy thighs. He's not fat. He's like his shoulders. Every time my sister-in-law, I don't know if you remember Reb, but she's always asking me, is he on steroids? What the hell is he on? He doesn't even lift weights. No. You know what I mean? He's got big arms, big forearms. He's just like a myostatin moose. And everybody thinks it's because of me. It's not because of me. It's his grandmother. He's got black. His mother's half black, half white. He's got the black blood in him. He's got the fucking grandmother was German from Hitler. She was there when Hitler bombed. She has metal in her one eye from when they were bombing Hitler. And they killed her family and shit like that. She was she was living in a fucking sewer and shit like that. But then she joined the circus when she was like 12, 13 years old, and she became an acrobat. She was doing the fucking trapeze. I once did a show with Joe Pietaro where I had pictures of her, and I don't have those pictures anymore. I got to see if I can get that video and stuff and show them to you. But she's, she was like flying on the trapeze and everything. She's 90 years old now. She runs marathons. She got little muscles and shit, My son, my son has the genetics. Plus, my genetics. My mother was an athlete. My father was an athlete. So my son's like this myostatin freak. He's got the same Lee. He's got the same calves as you, bro. The only thing is he's got a big Boston Red Sox. The fucking kid. He's got a Boston Red Sox, which is sacrilegious in my family. He's got a Boston Red Sox tattoo on it because when he went in the Army and he did his intelligence thing, I don't know what happened to him, but he became a Boston Red Sox fan. After I have pictures of him when I used to take him, I took him to the David Cohn Perfect Game, and I have pictures of him wearing shirts that say the Red Sox suck. Meanwhile, this fucking Red Sox fan bastard. Greg, you know the code word for Canadian girls? No, what is it, Georgie? What's the code word for Canadian girls? What John Mancini's asking me. Lou,
is the code maple,
you're supposed to be helping me.
Is the code maple bacon, Mr. G?
Mr. Code maple bacon. No, what's the code word? George has been doing some MMA fighting. George, again, you got me to the point where I just told Lucia I want to start put the heavy bag downstairs in my garage. Because I used to box for the American Legion when I was a kid. I haven't done that shit in forever, I used to have a really good hard punch. I don't know if I have that anymore. I don't know if I could break glass right now. Anybody see Mr. Wilson? Oh, George. George. George, I wish I could get you on. Just like Lee, Lucia was trying to figure it out. We don't know how to get people on here. I'm on because I don't have that StreamYard shit. I just be on a phone, like not phone, but I'm on a computer. It's just me on that app, the YouTube thing live. I don't know how to do this shit. I don't listen, guys. We're flying home. Everybody's on a plane with a fucking phone, looking at their phones and shit. I'm the only guy. My phone was in her purse, and she was sitting. On the way home, they had her sitting in a different aisle. So I wasn't looking at my phone. I don't look at my phone. I don't know how to get on the internet with my phone. I don't know how to answer calls and text message back. That's all I know how to do. Am I right or wrong, Lucia? Mm-hmm. Say it louder. Do your mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you still on Vince Goodrum's fucking live?
No.
Do you believe that? She's on Vince Goodrum's live. Well, she's supposed to be doing the show with me here.
I found it hilarious when the priest used to go back and forth with the vegan case, and the priest would shut him down with sarcasm and quick humor. Lee could be a comedian.
Oh, yeah. Who said that?
J-Rob.
J-Rob. Yes, J-Rob. You're right. Me and Vegan Gaines used to go at it all the time, too. But I'm sure Lee probably broke the shit out of his balls. What's he in here? Lee. Let's see. Lee's going back. Lee's
Brian Pablo.
He was Army intelligence. Now he's a civilian. He's civilian NSA intelligence. Oh, Brian Pablo. Hey, Brian. What's going on? How you doing? Brian, Lee saying, Brian saying hello. He's a fellow Aussie. George, you're funny. George is talking. So maybe I spoke. Look, George is talking about the, who, with the Mr. Wilson thing. Yeah, Brian Lee saying hello back to you. Hey, brother, how is Alabama? Alabama was fun. Lee broke my balls the whole time here. It was great. Dave was like this. Thank you, God, thank you. Because let me tell you something, and George will tell you, the first night when we were there and Lee got fucking hammered, he ripped Dave an ass so bad. He had bums on the street. He was with some black dude that was like a bum, right? I think he gave John Romano's pizza to him or somebody's pizza. And then he had he's telling the guy, now listen, you see that guy over there? Tell him he's a piece of shit. Tell him he's fucking no good. And the guy's like, you piece of shit, Dave. Dave, you fucking bum. Dave, you suck, Dave. And at least I'm saying, and Dave goes to me, I got to keep going. He's a mean, angry when he's drunk. So he was so happy that Lee started turning on me, and it would break Jimmy's balls, but and break my balls because it got the attention of him. So anytime Lee would start breaking Dave's balls, like, Dave, you got the GH gut, Dave. Lee goes to Dave, I could have been a lot taller, but you fucking sold me that fake growth hormones. He goes, so you stunted my growth, you motherfucker. So Dave was like, I gotta get away from him. He's angry and he's mean. So Dave was so happy. So anytime Lee would start with Dave would bring up me with the gallbladder. So Lee would be like, aha, the gallbladder. That was funny. It was a good time, though. Anyway, thank you. Thanks for asking. You had to be there, bro. I could tell you, but Lee was breaking him with the best. Lee can break him like you don't know. What happened to the Jimmy the Bull? No, nothing happened. Jimmy was there. Nicholas, Jimmy was there. He was with us. We had a good time. Jimmy was great. Jimmy's my boy. I know Jimmy. Jesus, met him in 1991. Long time. He's a good, great guy. He was there. He was there with Lee and us. You know, we were all together. All of us were together for days. Oh, good, Lee. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, Lee is. Yeah, Dave. He had Dave. Dave was like running away. Nope, there's Lee. Let me get the fuck out of here, because Lee would be like, "You pieces, you fucked me over. You fake growth hormone, GH gut, this, that thing." He was killing Dave. And then finally, when he did started with the gallbladder with me, Dave was like, "Oh, thank you, God, thank you." So,
Ruben Sanchez, what's up, Craig?
hey, Ruben, what's going on, man? How you doing? How are you? Good seeing you here, my brother. Yeah. So that's it was great. I don't care. I don't mind he breaks my balls. He loves you. If he doesn't break your balls, then you know he doesn't like you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't break your balls, then you know he doesn't like you. He breaks Jimmy the ball. Poor Jimmy his eyes were slits. He was like quiet and everything. And Lee was just hammering him with the drinks and would break his balls. Jimmy. But Dave, as much as Dave says he can take it, he couldn't take it. He was running away.
Nicholas Pham, any plans for 4th of July?
No plans for the 4th of July. No, not really. Ruben's saying hello to you.
Yeah.
Say her back. She's over here in fucking Vince Goodrum's fucking.
I'm not there anymore.
You better not be there. Did you tell him it wasn't me that was in there? She's over there on Vince Goodrum's fucking chat or whatever. What is this shit called right here? It's live shit. And she's over there talking to him, and he thinks it's me. And the other guys are in, hey, Greg.
John Mancini said that Dave said the burgers he had in Alabama were better than McDonald's.
No, the burgers in Alabama. George was there. George will tell you. Lee will tell you. They were like nothing. Bro, it was like a dead rat in a fucking goddamn bathroom. I'm in there telling Jimmy, go in the bathroom. Check it out. Jimmy the Bull.
Wait, what are you saying?
The rat, the fucking, in you know the burger place that
John Mancini said that
Dave did say that. Dave said, these are better than McDonald's. No, they weren't. No, dude. We walk in, and Sid goes to me, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating anything in this place, right? So he didn't eat anything. And he goes, look, and there's a pile like this where the grill is, and it was like lard. So they were throwing lard on the grill. And Sid's like, oh, I'm not eating any of this shit, you know? So Sid didn't have anything to eat. Sid, you know Sid from RX, Sid Fart. So, but it was funny. Lou, you gotta help me here.
I believe it, Greg. That's nasty, said John Mancini.
It is. You walk in there, you gotta see what the dudes. They have one tooth in their mouth. The dude's bringing ice with a bucket. The bucket looked dirty and shit, right? It's fucking ice for the drinks, right? Oh, wait, George, what is George saying?
Next year's contest, best Mr. Wilson's impersonation.
Oh, George. George, you're starting trouble. Lee, nobody can impersonate better than Lee anyway. Lee did that. Lee had everybody laughing. The funniest thing was when he'd be bent over and he would do the little kick. Like he would, it was fucking funny. I don't know. I love it. To me, it was so fucking hysterical.
My birthday, July 6th, says Lee Priest.
Lee, is that really your birthday? July 6th?
That's cool.
Wow. Well, happy early birthday.
Greg, did you know?
Lee, my daughter who fights MMA, she's July 12th.
Somebody asked, John C. asked, Greg, did you know Larry Scott and what was he like?
I met Larry Scott. I didn't know him. He was very friendly when I met him. He was a nice guy. He wasn't real tall though. You know, not that I'm tall, but I'm just saying, you know, he was a lot taller than me. He was a good guy. He's a nice guy. I met him, you know, he was older, but he was good. I got pictures. If you go to my Instagram and you scroll down, like far down, there's pictures of me and Larry Scott. I met all those old guys, John Gremick, all of them, Steve Reeves. There's pictures of me with all of those guys, but you got to scroll. This great guy, you know, he was a great guy, Larry Scott. Surprised Jay Cutler wasn't in Alabama. Now he was busy making dog peanut butter. Oh shit! Yeah, I can't believe it. Happy birthday. Yeah, we all should sing happy birthday to Lee later. July 6th is It's COVID booster day, Lee. Oh God. Oh God.
Did you answer that? Hey, Greg, did you know Larry Scott and what was he like?
Yeah, just answer that. Get off Vince Goodrum's fucking thing, and maybe
Brian
you'll know.
Pablo said he met Jay Cutler in 2012.
What?
Lee Priest said thank you.
Oh.
Brian Pablo said he met Jay Cutler in 2012.
Brian Pablo said, yeah, Jay Cutler. Well, I know Jay forever. I remember Jay has a little bit of a lisp like this. I used to work with him. I remember telling, I was with Joe Pietaro. We all went to dinner together, and Jay was walking in front of us, And I kept saying, Joe, look at Lee, Jesus, look at Jay's ass. He was like real bulky at the time, and his ass was like fucking this big. You know what I mean? But he was competing. This is when he was still competing, and it was in the off season. We were with Steve Blackman, and Joe goes to me, "Why are you looking at Jay's ass?" I said, "I can't help it. Look at it. It's fucking huge." We all ate dinner together. It was a joke, but still, because we all worked with Steve, and I love Steve Blackman. When did she start fucking? Tell us the story. Oh, Lee, you ball breaker. Lee's funny. And that George is joining in with that. I'm getting bashed left and right here. Is another guy.
Nicholas Pham asked, did you have a new show or movie coming?
Who?
Nicholas Pham. I think that guy is from...
Nicholas Pham wants to know if I have
Vietnam or something.
Nicholas, I'm not sure yet. I did a few more shows with like the 9 Lives of Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was and the 9 Lives of Hulk Hogan. That shit was already on Vice TV. I did a few other shows with them, so we'll see when that airs. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. But I might have a whole thing going with Vice TV. So I did. Lucy, how many shows did I do with Vice TV? Holy Christ. For years, I've been doing shows for years. They have so much shit in the tank with me. We got to go down they have a big studio, and it's in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Ruben Sanchez says, my son's birthday is July 3rd.
Greg, have you ever... Happy birthday, Ruben Sanchez, to Ethan. Happy birthday, Ethan. Ethan Sanchez. I assume he's got the same last name. Greg, have you ever had to
go to physical therapy for any injury? I had to go last year and this year for a foot injury that screwed up my foot strength.
J. Rob, I've had...
And walking gait patterns. Painful, it sucks.
I've had surgery on both my hands. I've had 2 surgeries in this hand, 2 surgeries in this hand, and I just had a cortisone shot 2 weeks ago in this thumb. So the only thing I've ever had to go to rehab surgery for, like a rehab bullshit for, is, physical therapy for, and it's occupational therapy, I think it's called, with the hands. And it didn't work. I had to have surgery anyway, so, so that's the only thing. Other than that, I have gone though. I had gone like for like you guys, a chiropractor / physical therapist for the same thing Lee has. We both have the sciatic nerve, which goes down not the lower back. It's more the ass cheek that goes down the hamstring into the front of the knee, or even down the front, sometimes into the calf or into the on the top of the foot. It goes that far. And I did have a guy who worked on that. He was great. He was from the Philippines. This guy was great physical therapist. He also did chiropractic. He knew what he was doing, but I don't really know. I'm not really a physical therapy guy, just on the hands, because the hands are bad. Did you know girls love guys with bone legs? You guys are bad, George. Mr. G is funny. Let's see, John Mancini, according to Dave, no one watches TV anymore. Yes, nobody watches TV anymore. You're right, according to Dave. Unless it's Dave on TV or John Ramon. But, no.
I remember when you injured your hand, sciatica is brutal.
Yeah, sciatica is brutal. Lee's got the same thing I do with the sciatica. Sometimes if you sit long or whatever, oh my God, you know what I mean? That pain, it's a real pain in the ass. Get it? When Lee was over my house, I think he had the sciatica going too. So did I. We were both having trouble walking. It's the ass and the hamstrings. You guys are putting Greg on the hot seat. Yes, they are, John. I don't mind. No, I don't mind. See, I'm good-hearted. Like, I love it. It's like, I'm the kind of person I get it. They're joking around. If they don't like you, if George didn't like you or Lee doesn't like you, they ain't gonna joke around with you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're not gonna joke around. So when they joke around with you, that means they like you. Dave can't take it. I still can't. I laugh so hard because Dave's like, when Lee had that fucking guy on the street, the bum, telling Dave, "You suck, you fucking sell fake growth hormone." Lee's telling this fucking guy, this guy doesn't lift weights. He's a bum, one tooth in his mouth and shit. I couldn't stop laughing because Dave was walking away. Dave's like, he's a mean drunk. He's angry. I got to get away from him.
Ruben Sanchez.
I loved every minute of it.
Ruben Sanchez said I used to have sciatic pain and it went away with stretching while using a TENS machine. Yes,
Ruben, I have a TENS machine that I use as well, and I do stretch. I stretch like a motherfucker, and that's the best way. He means the electro stim like we have. We have the TENS and the electro stim. We have both. Bow legs are caused by weak
inner or outer thigh.
Yeah, he's making a joke. One more. I know what he's doing. He's funny. George is being silly. I couldn't stop laughing at the video. Seeing Gregg. Yeah, he had to beat it. It was unbelievable. Lee was relentless. Relentless with Dave.
The Rosa Parks scene with the Rosa Parks scene with the two ladies was pretty funny too.
Yeah, I didn't. We weren't there for the Rosa Park thing, right? We did our own Rosa Park thing. I haven't.
Nicholas Pham says, Greg, isn't there an option on YouTube Live goes live together so that you can bring Lee or whoever in the chat live?
I don't know. I don't know, Nicholas Pham. I'm not on a phone. I'm on a what do you call this thing? Let's see, a desktop. So I'm really bad with phone. I don't know. She's putzing around with this, No, that's to talk about that. Get off that. See, she's trying. Now you got her fucking around with it. Right, click close right there. Yes. Okay. Anyway, tell Lucia to message your lower back. That also helps. Oh, massage my lower back. I'm sorry, Ruben. Yeah, she does massage. She's really good. Lou, will you get the hell out of here? Look, she's right here. That's her head. Come on, Lou, go sit down. Go back to looking at what's his name's fucking thing. We'll do that another time. I can't figure it out now. She a pain in the ass. He said to tell you to massage my lips. She just gave me a massage. What, about an hour or two ago, Lucy, before we started the live on the back. Will you have Big Lenny as a guest on your show? Yeah, I'd have anybody as a guest. Yeah, Lenny's all right. He's good. You know what I mean? And there's no problems with me and Lenny or any of that stuff. I don't even think George and Lenny are good. George went to the hospital to see Lenny. Right, George? Black girls love bullets. George, were you hacked by Lee? Is this Lee really talking on George's thing? You got fit the bow legs. You guys are bad, Mr. Wilson. You guys are bad. You guys are. These are hidden meanings. You guys don't. You have no idea. Oh God. I wouldn't pay. I would pay Lucia.
So massage my back as long as Greg watches.
Oh yeah, I watch. I don't care. She said I watched her give John Romano a back rub. She gave Lee Priest. You gave Lee a couple back rubs, right? Yeah, she likes doing that. She used to do it even when she was a little girl. She would massage her father's back. Okay, she's fucking nuts. My friends all get jealous because she'll sit there and give me a back rub for an hour straight. You know what I mean? And they're like, you bastard. You know what I mean? Because my girlfriend never gives me a back rub. I have to fucking beg her and she still won't give me a back rub. I get that all the time.
Someone asked, are you on TRT and what's your thoughts on
TRT? It's going to be a 2-day event next year. Yeah, it will be a 2-day event. Yeah, she already asked us back, so she wants us to come back because we're all nuts.
But this year was a 2-day event too, no?
Yeah, it was no. This year it was us doing the meet and greet, and then the show was the next year. She's gonna have the show probably to certain categories, and then whatever. But yeah,
I don't want to do a layover.
What?
I don't want to do a layover.
Well, can we worry about that next year? She's like, I don't want to do the layover. We all, that layover shit was bullshit.
Right.
Wait, somebody just asked me another question. It's going
Are you on TRT?
Oh, am I on TRT? Who has
And what's your thoughts on TRT?
Who has
CSB?
CSB? I love TRT. I wasn't taking TRT for the longest time because of I go on and off, but I wasn't taking TRT because I had the if Lee's watching. I had to go blood surgery. So I could take TRT before. I could take TRT. I had an E. What was that thing I had? The EN, the ED. Wait, what is that? ERCP? What was that thing called? What do I had to take the stone?
Yeah, ERCP.
I had an ERCP. Whatever. I had to get I didn't do it from February to like a week before I went to Alabama. I only did one shot. One. So I do it with a doctor, but the doctor didn't want me doing it because, it affects you if you're going to have an operation with the bleeding and shit. So I couldn't do it. Oh, that's true. Okay, George. Yes, so I did have I do believe in TRT. Yes, I love it. Yes, I need it because I took a lot of fucking steroids. Remember, when I was taking steroids, I was taking 6,000. I use a test a week. 6,000, probably more than that because I was told that's just what I would do is either propionate, cypionate, ethionate, whatever. But I would take 6,000 of that, and then sometimes I'd throw some sustenance, whatever, in there. But I took a lot, so it shuts your testosterone down. I'm lucky I didn't start doing steroids till I trained 23 years natural. I didn't take steroids till I was 35. Now I'm 64. So but it did. It killed me because I was doing massive. I put 100 pounds on. You know what I'm saying? So it did number. So, but I love doing TRT. But my doctor is retiring. It's a woman. So I might not be able to. I might have to get another doctor to do that. She just let me know this. Like what? Last week, Lucia. So now I might have to get another doctor, but that's a pain in the ass because this doctor was good. You know what I mean? Other doctors are going to do the blood and all this other shit all the time, and then that means if you're on TRT, you got to go off the TRT instead of just them continuing. It's fucking, and I don't want to get that shit from the street. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if that shit's legit or not. I'm getting it from fucking a prescription from CVS, and I get the ghetto benefits that pay for it. What?
Says John Romano's toes are longer than Sasquatch.
Mr. G. I kept talking about John Romano wears them Jesus slippers, the Jesus sandals. And I kept going like this, telling Lee and Jimmy the Bull looking, he'd be like, I can't look at him. His toes, John Romano's got toes like my, they're long, skinny like this. His toes are this long. They're long and skinny, and we could not stop fucking laughing. And I was like, I kept telling him, look at John's toes, because he was wearing those Jesus sandals, the Jesus sandals. Anyway, I was breaking balls about that. So now George is bringing George, it's like a monkey. Those toes are like my fingers. He can go up on a branch and grip like this and hang upside down. You know what I mean? That's funny on a tree branch. This is definitely Lee, not Mr. G. It does sound like Lee talking, and I know Mr. G doesn't drink, so.
Ruben Sanchez asks how much.
But I know it's George. George is playing around. What's
Ruben
that?
Sanchez asks how much and how often do you recommend to take Equipoise, and what else do you recommend to stack with? Ruben Sanchez asks.
Wait a minute. I'll get to Ruben Sanchez's thing. 1 second. What's Johnny Apple asking me? Yo, Greg.
Did you receive your donations from GoFundMe for your surgery?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. That was Joe Zapata that did that, right?
Either way, just say yes and thanks for asking.
Yes, thanks for asking. She told me just say yes, thanks for asking. Yes. Thanks for asking. See, what happened was Joe started that because Lucia didn't work for 2 weeks. She stayed in the hospital with me. Shut up, I can tell them. She stayed in the hospital with me for 2 weeks. Never came home. Slept in the hospital, woke up in the hospital, stayed every single day with me.
So Ruben Sanchez had.
So, I mean, how many girls would do that with you guys? Think about that. Would your wife sit in the hospital with you for every single day? When I had the throat surgery, the cancer surgery, she was in the hospital. She was hiding, because that's when, again, I told you, I was supposed to do the Patrick Bet-David show. And I couldn't. And also, besides, then they shut the fucking economy down. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go because of the surgery to Patrick Bet-David. And then he couldn't get me fly down there after that because they stopped doing, everything shut down. And that was the day. And she was hiding in there. And they fucking security found her. She was hiding behind a curtain in my room. Anyway, But so that's why Joe did that, because nobody was working, and you know, it was just me and her, and for 2 weeks she couldn't work. So
Ruben Sanchez had asked, how much and how often do you recommend to take equipoise, and what else do you recommend to stack with?
Ruben Sanchez is asking, just equipoise he's asking me about?
How much and how often do you recommend to take equipoise?
He's asking
and what else do you recommend to stack with?
I don't know if you hear her. She said, Ruben Sanchez is asking me, how often did I take equipoise? Do I recommend? I feel like I took it. Don't do what I did, because I took it a lot. And I was getting Ganabol, because I don't like the American as much as I like the Ganabol. And they were jugs, big fucking jugs, 50cc jugs. And I'd pound that whole fucking 50cc jug down in 1 week. So over a week's period, I would take the whole 50 cc's of Ganabol. I wouldn't recommend that. I would do maybe once or twice a week. Equipoise is a good drug. It's better than, I like it way better than Deca. Deca gives you the Deca. I didn't get Deca at all with Equipoise. If you're going to take Deca, you got to take Cabergoline. What was the other part of that question? And what else do you recommend? You got to do testosterone. I'm sorry, but you're talking to, I'm old school, bro. I never took growth hormone. I never took insulin. I never took IGF. I have to take insulin only recently. When did my doctor start? Like 2-3 months ago, started with the insulin. You know, that only when it reaches a certain number do I have to take it. And I only take 2-3 to 4 IUs or something. You know what I mean? Dave was fucking telling me, oh, take 10 to 15 in the morning, and then 10, 15, and I build up to 30 in the morning, 30. And I'm like, you know, my doctor's like, don't do that. He's going to kill you. You know, so I don't do that, but I do take. What is that? What did somebody just send me?
$9.99.
Who did that? Who sent
it? Jacob Semino.
Jacob Semino.
How do I continue to put muscle
Jacob Semino, thank you so much.
How do I continue to put muscle on with lighter weights? I'm an ex-Navy EOD with shoulder and knee injuries. I hope you're doing well, brother. Oh. Been a fan for many years.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Listen. He's asking about doing lighter weights. As we get older, all of us guys, Jimmy, Lee, all of us, we don't lift heavy anymore. You can't. You can't. When I was young, I used to be a really fast runner, right? And I used to watch, I could be watching baseball and shit, and they'd say, oh, you know, Mickey Mantle, and I sound really old, but I grew up watching Mickey Mantle and shit like that, you know, remember 64. People like that, he lost his legs, he can't run fast. And I used to be like, how can that be? I'll always be able to run fast because I was a fast runner. Now I fucking can't run fucking from here to the fucking bathroom. I'm just telling you. Okay. And as we get older, things happen. You can't lift heavy anymore. So you got to lift smarter. And Jason, to answer your question, use a working weight. Use a weight that you start to fail, around 8 to 9 reps. And then that's when the set begins, around 8 or 9 reps. And then push yourself with another 4 or 5 reps. Okay, even if you have to assist, or even if you have to sacrifice a little bit of form, but get that weight up, get that burn, and then cut your rest periods. That's the fucking key, is cutting the rest periods. You have to cut. There's no reason to rest a minute or 2 minutes between sets of dumbbell curls. Take your 15 seconds the most, and then go again. That's it. Cable crossovers, side laterals, all like 15 seconds. You don't need fucking a minute. You start, what are you recuperating? Just go again. That's a form of intensity, is cutting down the rest periods. I'm gonna have to do all this shit in the gym to show you guys exactly how to do this. When I do it, I'm gonna have to teach you guys. We'll do a live one of these days. Keep an eye on it, because I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll announce it way ahead of time. And I'm going to teach you guys the fucking key, because you got to cut the rest period. You don't need, if you're squatting or leg press or something like that, then yes, you need a little bit more time, rest period. Minute and a half, like that. No more than that, though, just to get your lungs and everything back. And, and because you're doing legs, which is calling massive amounts of blood, but a little body part like a delt or a fucking bicep or tricep, even pecs, any of that shit, you don't need all that rest period. On your main exercise, maybe with bench a little bit, you might need a little bit more rest, okay? But get the reps. Make the body keep everything strict. Do good form until you can't do it anymore. Then, by all means, do whatever you have to do to get that burn. Like, I'll lift my hand. Even Lee, I saw was doing lifting. I know I do. Schwarzenegger, excuse me, I've seen Schwarzenegger in the gym. This isn't, back in 1980, 81, when I was out there in California. Not now, not the fucking old man Schwarzenegger. I'm talking about in his prime. And he would assist himself. He was only using like a 30-pound dumbbell for curls. He wasn't breaking records. But he would assist and pull his hand up and shit. After you've already completed a certain amount of reps, you almost get to failure. You're basically at momentary failure. And then you squeeze it out. Make that fucking muscle do the work. Get some reps. Put the blood in there. Put the blood in there, Jason, okay? And then cut your rest periods. You do not need a minute rest between sets of fucking dumbbell curls or cable curls or something simple like that. There's no way. You don't even V-bar press that. Something. You don't need to rest a minute. If I was in a gym, I could get you to do fucking 10 sets in 5 minutes time. And your fucking triceps would be out to here. I'll show you guys. I'll do a fucking little seminar. If you go to my YouTube video where I talk about arms and shit like that, even legs, if you watch that, if you see me do leg curls, my hamstrings are fucking huge. She'll tell you right there. I do like 45 sets in like 15 minutes time. I do like 3 sets in a minute. And I do over 10 reps. I just don't take rest. With some like leg curls, I do like less than 5 seconds. Right? But that's my intensity. You might not be able to do that. I built my way up to doing that for years. It's the way I do it.
Okay. Johnny Apple says, would you train people in New York City if they paid you, Greg?
Johnny,
like a seminar or something like that.
Yeah, I know. John. Wait, who asked me that?
Johnny Apple.
Johnny Apple asked me, would I train people in New York City?
That sounds interesting.
I'm not really like, I don't really like, I'm not a personal trainer, even though I don't mean to be cocky, but in the gym part, not the contest part and all that, because everything's changed today with the drugs and the eating and all. It's changed from when I was competing and the drugs that I sold and used. And, there was no SARMs back then. There was no peptides. There was none of that shit wasn't around. You know what I mean? Today, it's a different animal.
Someone else was telling me they don't want to do it because they don't want to babysit.
Yeah, I don't like babysitting either.
And that's what
but the thing is, I can teach people how to train. It's just that I don't really do personal training for that reason. I could make a ton of money because when it comes to the working out part, the actual gym part, I show most pro bodybuilders don't know what the fuck to do. And I put muscle on Nick Walker. I'll fucking put muscle on that fucking guy because I know. All right, I was a natural bodybuilder for 23 years. And you go look at the pictures of me natural. I could be even Dave. Wait, when Dave pull up.
He said for the right price, you'll blow someone, but you won't train them.
For the right price, I blow you, I train you, I do all that shit. Who said that?
He said it.
Johnny said that? He's right.
And then he said, I'm sure you'll have a ton of people, he said.
Listen, you're right. I would, I guess, for the right price. Listen, when Dave Palumbo announced me, even in fucking Alabama, right? Remember what he said when I got up? He's one of the best natural bodybuilders ever. Yes. And it's true. I used to beat guys on drugs all the time when I was on steroids. When I was natural, excuse me. They were on steroids. I was not. Okay. And the illusion that I created. Did you ever see Frank Zane when he went up against like Mike Menser? Mike Menser was so much bigger than him. But then when Frank Zane would get up there and start posing with his lines and the small joints, he appeared bigger, but he wasn't bigger. But he appeared bigger than Mike Menser. Well, that's the way I always won because I would appear. I remember they kept weighing me at one show. I was 152. I was a lightweight. Okay. And, this is when the AAU started going. First, the AAU used to go height. Then it started towards the end going towards weight. And when it would weigh you, I remember them saying, this fucking guy's like a middleweight. Because my legs, nobody had legs in my fucking life. And I had huge legs. And he appeared bigger because my hips were fucking narrow. So it made him look even bigger. Just like Flex Wheeler. It looked like his arms were bigger. And they weren't that big. He had the small joints and stuff. Well, what the fuck am I ranting about? Wait, why am I saying that? Oh, the reason why I'm saying this, hold on 1 second. The reason why I'm saying is I think because I trained natural for all those years, 23 years, I think that like I gained a knowledge of actually training because I didn't rely on drugs to get bigger. I had great genetics. I can't, I'm not going to bullshit about that. Even you hear Dave say it. He even says it on After Hours something. Greg could have easily been a pro, even as a natural. He could have been a pro. I could have easily won the nationals as a lightweight. No problem as a natural. Easily. No hands. Nobody fucking would have been close to me. It would have been far. Dave says it all the time. so I gained the knowledge of training, natural and all that, because I didn't do drugs. I wasn't even doing. I was take supplements only before a show because I needed the extra protein and stuff. So I feel like I've learned the training aspect part of that shit. You know what I mean? The drug thing's a whole different ballgame. I know my shit with drugs, but not like today's drugs is a different animal. These guys are doing shit I never even heard of. You know what I mean? So I do know my shit about training, and I'm going to show that with you. A lot of it has to do with cutting your rest periods, though. A lot. Okay? And form and function. That's a huge way. I believe in form and function until you can't do it anymore, and then by all costs, like the Rich Piana, which he didn't quite, everybody said, but he always used to say it in the bodybuilding world, but it's whatever it takes. So by all costs, once you fail, whatever it takes to get that weight up and burn it more, burn. And that's the key. I do one set. I will show you my legs again. One set for the front of my thighs. One fucking set. I tell Dave, I fail at about 35 reps, but I push another 35, 40 reps out. So by the time I'm done, I've done 75, 80 reps. I used to do 120 reps. That's with 3 plates on each side. Now, I go all the way up, all the way down. I'm not one of these guys that puts fucking 50 plates on each side and goes like this in the gym where I go up and then down like that. I'm all the way ass to the grass up, and I don't stop, look around, and then continue to say, I don't do that. It's just continuous. Okay? And by the time I'm done, I'm ready to fucking shit my pants, puke, fucking faint. She'll tell you. I train in a gym. It's ice cold. And by the time I'm done, you can fucking rip, drain it.
Beam098.
Wait, somebody just sent, what is this?
Beam098, who sent you $2, said, heard you some surgery here.
Dean. Yes, Dean.
Can you let me read this?
He said he heard, yes, go ahead.
And then he also said he ain't a half rapping Momo.
Yes, that's right. I'm not a half repping Momo. Those things I was doing, I was kidding around with the day on Dave's fucking. Dave put that fucking stupid video up. I was kidding around. People like, what is he doing? Is that the way he trains? Yeah, that's the way I train. I don't train like that. That wasn't my train. I wasn't training. I wasn't ready to train. Those guys train. I can't train in that piece of shit hotel gym. They had nothing. They had a dumbbell rack. That's it. I can't train with that shit.
That guy said Gregg was the original Rich Piana. If there was social media back in the early 90s, so that's when Gregg would have been at the top.
Yeah, who said that?
That guy 6. He also said, good to see you in Vince Goodrum's live, Gregg. You rock.
Who said that?
That guy 6.
That guy 6?
The same guy. He said those 2 comments that I just said.
Wait, isn't it
that guy 6?
That guy 6.
He said,
I see it. Thank you.
Vince.
That was my girlfriend on Vince Goodrum's fucking. I'm doing a show here. Instead of her being on my show, helping me read the comments like she's doing now, she was on Vince Goodrum's show, fucking talking with Vince. And I like Vince. He's a good guy, so. And he's a good man. I get along great with Vince, so there's no, but that was my girlfrist. She's a Momo.
Got happy when
She's a Momo. You're a Momo. You're over here friggin'. Anyway, so thank you. How do you say that? Beans or beams? Beams 98. Thank you so much, my brother. Yes, I had some surgeries. There's one surgery. Wait, Lee, if you're still watching this, which you were here before, even George, there's one thing you guys forgot about. There's one thing that you're not breaking my balls over, but you forgot about. I'm not telling you what it is, unless you ask Lee. I'll tell you what it is, but there's something you could be breaking my balls about really bad with, with me, with surgeries and everything like that, which is way more prevalent than the gallbladder. But yes, Beams, I had the gallbladder. But that's not what I was talking about out there. It was I only brought that up one time when Dave was comparing the legs with me and told me and Lee to pull our pants down. It was that one time, once. Oh, and that's only because I hadn't trained. I only did one fucking workout before. I have barely trained. Remember, I have stitches right now in my belly. They're still there. You know what I mean? It takes a while. It was only a month ago I had the surgery.
D. Thayer said, dude, wish I could have met you in Alabama. I had tickets and I had to have surgery.
Who said that?
D. Thayer.
D. Oh, I see. D. Thayer. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. Hope whatever you had surgery on, I hope you have gallbladder surgery. The Lee will bother you too. No, but seriously, all joking aside, D, I hope that whatever surgery you had, you feel better. And we're probably going to be there. She asked us all back. She loved us. We had a good time after. We're all nuts, bro. If you get me, Lee, Jimmy, fucking Mr. G, John and Dave are a little bit more reserved, but we're the fucking wacky. We're the real whack pack. We're fucking nut jobs, and we're all funny. You would have fun with us, I promise you. We talked with everybody out there. She was like, I want you back. Even my girlfriend, she's like, I want you back. So my girlfriend will be there again next year. Everybody's like, oh, I want to see your girlfriend. I want to see. She'll kill me. I can't show her right now. But you can go on my Instagram and scroll. If you scroll, her birthday was, I put up a birthday post for you, didn't I? I did. Her birthday was March 4th. If you scroll to March, you'll see pictures of her, what she looks like now and everything like that. You'll see all that. So she's on there, but she doesn't like. She's in some of the videos in the background. You can barely see her. She has a phone a lot of times up in front of her. But, there was a little girl there with us too. So that's not her. That's Michelle's daughter. It was a great kid. What else now? Great shirt. Great. Thanks. Who wrote that? BBQ Source. Was Joe Materazzi. In Bama. Was Joe Materazzi? Yes, he was. This shirt, I cut the fucking collar off, but everything. This is an old shirt. You guys just used to see me wear the black friggin' shirts all the time. Thank you. Who needs a gallbladder anyways? Forget about that. Forget about it. You're right, Winmore. Lee should have offered me his gallbladder. I'm a little upset with that. I mean, Guy Sustiniano offered Flex Wheeler his gallbladder, his kidney, So now Lee loves me, and I love Lee, so he should have offered me his gallbladder. I'm pissed.
Greg, last training question for me: rear delt on back pull day or shoulder push day?
Okay, hold on one second. Greg, run for president. Yeah, I would love to run for president. I got so much dirt in my closet, forget about it. What happened? Yeah, simmer down.
The question was, Greg, last training question for me.
From who? You gotta say the name.
Jacob Simino.
Jacob what?
Jacob Simino, the Navy.
Jacob Simino.
Rear delt on back pull day or shoulder push day?
Listen, Jacob, you're asking, should rear delts be done on back day or pull day? Is that what he said? Rear delts on back day or push?
Rear delts on back pull day or shoulder push day?
Rear delts on back.
Reading it the way it's written.
Okay, rear delts on back pull day or shoulders on push day. Listen, I do rear delts with shoulders. And ironically, I haven't trained my shoulders in a long time because I don't really need to. When I was a kid, I had these fucking big delts. My son's shoulders are like this fucking wide. I like to do rear delts with my delts. I have friends that do it with their back. Okay? You could do it with this. There's no right way or wrong way to train. It's what's right for you. So the best thing I can tell you, okay, is for you to try it both ways and say, you know what? I liked it this way, but I didn't really like it that way. That's the best way to do it. What was his first name again? Jacob. That's the best way to do it, is to try it both ways. See what's right. Because what works for me might not work for you. Even with diet. Jay Cutler used to say, I can't eat oatmeal, bro. I get fucking bloated. I get bloated in the gut. I get bloated in the stomach. So he eats cream of rice. Everybody's different. Lee Haney told me I can't eat baked potatoes. Baked potatoes bloat my lower intestines, But he would eat rice instead. But how many people live on baked potatoes or sweet potatoes, yams, all that shit? To me, yams taste like giant baked potatoes. Those things taste like giant carrots to me. So I gag on it. But that's right for him. Might not be right for you. Plenty of other guys. You'll talk to one guy and say, no, you got to do them with back. Do them with your, do rear delts with your back. It's because it's part of when you're, when you go back and you're pulling. And the other guys say, no way. Do it when you're doing your pushing movements with your shoulder. You have to find what's right for you. You have different tie-ins than I do. You have different tie-ins than Arnold did. If that was the case, here's Arnold's workout. I can give you set for set, rep for rep that Arnold did, and you'd look just like him. It won't happen. Because he has different fucking muscle tie-ins, muscle bellies, different structure, different amounts of red fiber, white fiber, all that stuff. You have to find what's right for you. So the best way is to try it. See which way hits you better. And then listen to your body. Listen to that little voice in your head. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way I felt when I did it with back. I kind of felt like, whatever. Or I loved when I did it with back. You have to listen to that. That's the best advice I can give you. Okay? Cool. What I do, if I was to do real delts, it's got to be with my shoulders. I like my shoulders. Just when I was younger and I really built up my arms, I like to do arms with arm. I like to do them biceps and triceps together. Right now, I kind of do a little bit more of a push-pull. Okay? But that's because I'm older and I'm not trying to get big anymore. But my heyday, I didn't like to know that my biceps were nice and pumped, but my triceps were soft and mushy because I hadn't trained them yet, or vice versa. I didn't like to know that my triceps were nice and full and pumped, but my biceps were mushy because I didn't train. I like to put the blood in the arm. It's right here, right? So put it in the next door neighbor next, the tricep. That's me, though. That doesn't mean it's right for you. I didn't overtrain like that. I could do 100 sets and I don't overtrain. It's just that I have that a lot of red fiber. I'm hyper. I got all this shit going. You might not be able to do that. So you can't go by what I do. Where's my fucking producer? Where'd you go?
Mr. G said genetics and being consistent.
Yes, Mr. G said genetics and being consistent. He's right. So you got to find genetically what's right for you, and you got to put your time in. So your body's like a bank account.
Done?
Hey, simmer down. Your body's like a bank account. Lou, where you going? Jesus Christ. Your body's like a bank account. What you put into it's what you get out of it. If you don't work a job, and you don't get paid, and you don't put money in the bank, you can't go to the bank and say, yeah, I want to take a withdrawal. I need a couple $100. They're going to say, well, you haven't put anything in the bank. You got nothing in your bank account. Well, it's the same thing with your body. If you don't put the time in, don't expect to be built. Don't say, well, I've been training for 3 weeks now. I'm taking testosterone. I don't see any result. That's nothing, bro. I started training in 1972, and here I am. And the only time I missed any workouts was when I had surgeries. Also in jail too, but that's a different story. Okay, so now, Greg, Mark Wahlberg and my friend have
had a
falling out. Mark freaked out on him, saying everyone's
trying to take his money. LOL. What a mama.
Yes. I actually like Mark Wahlberg now. That was when I had the problem with him. That was 1994. That's how long ago that shit was. Howard Stern's people were there and had, Howard wanted me to fight him in a ring. He was going to pay for it. I was like, let's do it. But, he didn't want to do it. So, but whatever. I respect him because he's kind of Republican. He does a lot with fucking the soldiers and all that stuff. And he believes in God and he's a very religious guy. I like that. When I had to fight with him, he was Marky Mark. Remember Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch? That's what he was. It was back then.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah. You see, it's like, it's almost midnight.
Mr. G said Lee was up every morning before us working out.
I don't understand how
at 6:30 working out.
Look, Mr. George, I don't understand. It's the greatest mystery on the earth to me. Lee Priest would go to bed. We'd leave and go. We'd go up to the rooms around 12 o'clock at night, and he'd be hammered.
1 o'clock after.
1 o'clock, he'd be hammered. And Jimmy's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym with him. Meanwhile, Jimmy, we'd all be fucking sleeping, and then we find that he was in the gym at like 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm like,
4:30.
How the fuck did he do that? And he was totally sober. I don't know how Lee does that.
Nine in Long Island iced teas.
Yeah, he had nine Long Island iced teas, and those fucking things were huge. They were like
glasses,
fucking.
Yeah.
They were like this big right here. Those
Glasses.
glasses were huge. They weren't that little thing that you get in a nightclub. They were huge, and he was pounding them fucking things down. And he worked out at like 3-4 in the morning. I don't know how he does. First of all, I don't know how he does it in that hotel. George, you saw that fucking gym in the hotel. Come on, man. I couldn't work out there. Dude, I like a lot of machines too. I'm not just a dumbbell and barbell guy. I like to go and really fuck it. And I have to go balls to the wall. You know what I mean? There's no equipment in that gym. I have better equipment here in my house. Diet root beer. Anyway. Right, look. Diet. Because I'm a diabetic. And that's why I would eat the bread. You guys breaking my fucking nuts out there. In Alabama. All right, give me more questions here. So we'll in like 10 minutes, I'll have to wrap it up because she's driving me crazy. Shut up. Go ahead. She's driving me nuts.
Beam09.
We got to go out to the store and get a little yummy.
Beam098 says, tell us about the surgeries.
Very fun. Who said that?
He donated $2 before.
Oh,
Beams 098.
Oh, Beams 09. Yeah, you don't want to know about the surgeries. I'm gonna kill Lee. He's fucking.
Hi, Greg. Did you ever meet Jean-Claude Van Damme? What was his physique like in person?
I have seen. I have met him. I used to be friends with Gladys Portuguese. Just again, go to my Instagram, Gregg_Valentino. Greg with 2 G's. If you scroll down in there, you'll see pictures of me with Gladys, his ex-wife, and everything like that. I used to go out with her. I used to go in a nightclub, but I was friends with her. She was my friend. I was good friends with Brian Moss, and she was his girlfriend. We didn't go out like boyfriend and girlfriend. I wish that's my type. But why did I? What the fuck was I saying? Why did I bring that? Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, I mean, I seen him. He looked good, but of what he's like an asshole. Like I know Chuck Zito. Okay, I'm friends with Chuck Zito. We were just me and her were just at a big boxing match with him.
You have a favorite?
And Chuck Zito was even saying, yeah, he's an asshole. What? And Chuck Zito knocked him out. So I don't know. He's cocky. He's a very cocky guy. He was cocky when he was with Gladys. She should have stayed with Brian. But whatever. What?
Just some guy asked favorite bicep and tricep exercises.
Just some guy that's the guy's name? Just some guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Just some guy wants to know favorite bicep and tricep exercises. For the tricep, I like the easy curl bar from behind the head, not flat, sitting on an incline bench like this, probably about this angle here, and go from behind my head out. Okay? From behind my head out. And that, and if you're asking me the favorite, it means one. That's mass builder, and I like more than barbell curls, I like the concentration curl where your elbow's on your knee and you're crawling straight up like Arnold used to do. I love that. I can get my biceps humongous just with those 2 exercises. I like to isolate. Both of them are isolate. That the fucking where you're on it, not skull crushers. That shit's bullshit. Kills your elbows and stuff. You go from behind the head and out. So.
Barbecue sauce says, one time you met a friend of mine many years ago. You asked him or the girlfriend something about pegging, LOL. Meaning, I guess, a tranny or something? I don't know. That's what he said. I don't know.
Okay, tell him that. Who asked me that? Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce wants to know, wait, does Lucia get, I think he wants to know protein.
Portion of the tip money.
Oh, I can't see. Sorry, barbecue. I can't see. And he wants to know about I met a friend of his, and Greg, you once met a friend of mine many years ago, and you asked him or the girlfriend something about pegging.
That means when the girls.
Is it pegging or legging? What is
pegging.
That looks like an L, Lucia.
Yeah, he wrote pegging right after that.
Oh, pegging. What's pegging? Be specific, and I'll tell you the truth. I'm not sure what peg is. Pegging the shooting the shit into the muscle. What is it? I'm not sure what it means. Or does that mean fucking? I asked his girlfriend about fucking.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Can you run Anavar by itself?
Can you run Anavar by itself? You could do anything you wanted to. Will you make gains? No. First of all, Anavar is a great drug, but I still feel, and it's. Dave and I think disagree on this. I think Dave thinks it's like, it's not that hard on your liver, but it is hard on you. Anything oral is hard on your liver. Anything. Wait,
sent $2.
What's he asking?
What's better, Viagra, Cialis, or another pill?
Viagra's great. Cialis is also great. Levitra sucks. Viagra's great for working out. Steve Bleckman's the one who taught me that. Bleckman, okay? Listen, guys, you know how you get the NO2 nitrous oxide releasers and everything? Who the fuck needs that? Just take Viagra before a workout. Take it with a pre-workout and shit like that. You'll have monster pumps. It's great stuff. Viagra's great for working out. It's really good. Why take NO2 supplements? Nitric oxide releases help to bring more blood. NO2 is nitric oxide, which is it's just a mimic of Viagra. Take the real deal before you work out. It's great. Cialis is good too. It gives you a boner. Fucking, I don't need that shit. If I take that stuff, I'll get a boner. Forget about it. And she's gonna get pegged if that's what pegging is. Wait, let's see. What did he say? I forgot the story. It was something like that.
It was 20 plus years ago.
Was 20 something like what? You're not. Wait, what's his name again? Barbecue. Something like what? Pegging mean fucking in the ass? Does it mean shooting drugs? What was I? And was I asking his girlfriend about that? Just tell me. It's okay. You know. I mean, I'll answer anything. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what pegging is. Does that mean? Does pegging fucking in the ass? Is pegging fucking her? I don't fuck. If that's what it is, I don't fuck other guys' girls, bro. First of all, I'm with her, and I don't cheat on her. She knows it, and she doesn't cheat on me. But if I was single, and I wasn't with her, and some chick came up to me, she'd be so hot, she could look like I love Ariana Grande. I would eat that fucking like forget about it. But if she had a boyfriend, I ain't going near it. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I don't fuck another guy's girl. I can't do that. So I don't know if that's what your friend was saying. So tell me.
Jimmy J Reviews says, knowing what you know now about how your physique turned out, do you have any regrets?
Jimmy J Reviews. Okay. Do I have any regrets?
I guess about your physique.
Yeah, I guess about all that fucking. I think he means all the fucking arm bullshit and everything like that. I assume that's what he means.
Knowing what you know now.
Well, knowing what I know now, do I have any regrets?
How your physique turned out.
How my physique turned out. Look, I think it looked fucking retarded when I looked like that. Okay, I don't know if I have regrets though, because it got me to where I was, got me to the dance, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, like if I didn't do that shit, that's what put me on the map. Because I'm just a fucking homo, bro. I'm nobody fucking. I'm just like any of you guys. I always say when I worked for Muscular Development, I wrote the top column and everything. I used to say, I'm like George Steinbrenner used to say, I'm like a bleacher seat fan with a key to the clubhouse. Meaning, I call the shots, with the Yankees. This is George Steinbrenner used to say. But I'm like a bleacher seat fan. I'm one of you guys. I sit out there and I watch Dave Winfield strike out 3 times. Like, you suck. That's the way I am, okay? I'm one of you guys. I'm around the best bodybuilders on the planet. I don't kiss their fucking asses. I don't give 2 shits what they fucking look like.
You were understandable.
Oh, okay. No, Jimmy. That's Jimmy that said that. Yes, thank you, Jimmy. In other words, like, I thought there was barbecue sauce saying, I understand about the pegging. Because I still want to know what the hell he meant. Was I trying to peg the guy's girlfriend? Was that mean fuck her? Fuck her in the ass? I don't know what the hell he meant. The thing is this. Jimmy, the fact that you asked me that, a lot of people ask me that. Would you do it all over again? I might have done it a little smarter. Maybe, I don't know. But a lot of the shit of me that's out there is not true or not accurate with the whole synthol thing, with the big arm. We saw the balloon. That was a hematoma. And that stuff I kind of regret because it was filled with blood. With the TLC show, and I drained it of blood. There was no oil. There was no pus. The oil that I shot was steroids. I shot steroids, but that had nothing to do with what I look like, that big fucking balloon arm. And I totally understand people that don't want to believe me, and I totally understand that people thought that shit looked like fucking retarded. I get it. I think it looked retarded, okay? But I didn't put it out there to say, look at this. This is all muscle. I put it out there to show guys, look at my fucking, and then I drained it. There's a whole video of me draining it. There's no oil in it. There's no pus. It was blood. It was hematoma. But that picture they show all the time, it's all over the internet, synthol abuse, whatever. But it's still, it got me to the dance. So, how to say I would regret that means, I wouldn't have done all the TV shit and the movies because one thing leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another. And, that's how I got the column with MD. In 2000, I started working with MD for 15 years. It was there. I wrote the Rambling Freak, bro, and that column used to win most popular column every fucking year.
To keep it PG for the chat, as far as I know, pegging is when a girl inserts things up the guy's rear end. That's J-Rob.
J-Rob. Well, nobody's going to stick anything up my ass. So, why would I ask some guy if his girlfriend wants to stick a thing up my ass? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. I don't care if, first of all, if she's with a guy, I don't involve myself with girls that were guys. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. So, first of all. Second of all, I don't want her sticking anything up my ass. And if she was a tranny, she ain't sticking a dick up my ass. I'd stick a dick up her ass. You know what I mean? So that's the way that works. So I don't know what he meant by that. Whatever.
Harry
you know?
Nutt said, still on. Cool. Hey, Greg.
Yes, thank you, Harry. Harry Nutt, how you doing? I didn't see you here. How you doing, my
I
brother?
think he just got on here. We gotta get out of here.
A couple minutes. What are you in a rush for? You just want to get something to eat. I know you. Hold on.
Would you recommend popping pose to the regeneration?
No, I think it's no. I recommend if you really want to do that, shoot the shit that you're shooting, just shoot it in your arm. There you go.
Hey, Greg,
why use pump and pose? Pump and pose is a dead oil. It's nothing. You're already taking steroids. Why don't you just put them locally? You know what I mean? There you go. What's the difference between oil and oil-based steroids? Just one has the drug in it, one doesn't. So why would you use that shit? I don't know. Everybody thinks I did, but
Hey, Greg, I'm from the UK, and I've been taking Anavar tabs for the past 3 months, and I've been getting a cough from it. You ever heard of that before?
You know, it could happen, Chris. He's saying he's from the UK, and he got a cough from taking Anavar. It could happen. You got to be careful with all that stuff. It does affect the liver, though. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's an oral. Even you guys that think I'm taking SARMs, that shit's strong on the liver than most steroids. That's why Dave Palumbo, most bodybuilders don't take that. The fucking amateurs, the guys on YouTube take that. But you're going to find Jay Cutler taking that and those kind of guys. You know, they're not taking, Nick Walker's not taking SARMs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying to you, you know, Bemis.
Would you let Ariana Grande peg you?
Would I let Ariana Grande peg me? Like stick something up my ass?
Okay.
I guess if she was going to give me money, I'd let her. You know, for an amount of money, I'd let her fucking. Ariana Grande, dude, that's delicious. And you know who I like too? Amber Heard when she was younger. Now, like I call her Amber Turd because she shit on his fucking. She could shit on my pillow. I would definitely like that. Ariana Grande, bro, I'd live in a week just to smell one of her farts. I'm convinced that when she farts, it never stinks. I'm sorry. I can't picture Ariana Grande, a cute little thing like that, like this, and then it's smelling. I picture it be like, oh my God, that's like chocolate fresh baked bread or chocolate chip cookies. Fart again, please. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, I don't want to. My ass is not like I'm not like sticking something on my ass doesn't feel good. But for the right amount of money, she could, you know, she paid me. I let her fucking stick whatever up my ass.
I didn't do nothing. Said too bad they didn't have Amber Heard shit for evidence.
Dude, I love when Amber Heard was young. Right now, she kind of lost her looks.
Harry Nutt said Amber Heard is still hot. Satan,
but
hot.
She was young, bro. She was
Satan,
fucking delicious.
Harry Nutt said Amber Heard is still hot. Satan, but hot.
Yes, she is Satan. That's Satan sitting right there. But you know, it's funny you say that because I was thrown off of Twitter. Thank you. I was thrown off of Twitter, and I had a really good following on there for a long time ago, a couple of years ago, because I had a fight with Alyssa Milano, and I met her, and I know her personally from around 1984. I was with my partner Paul. We used to, my cousin used to run this after hours thing with all mafia guys. I met John Gotti Jr. in there. She was in there, all movie stars, everything. And I kicked it to her. You know, she was so fucking good looking. That was my type of young Alyssa Milano. But, you know, as we got older, you know, me and her had some fucking wars with each other. And I told her off, and she told me to go fuck myself. So I kept ripping her an ass. And then she reported me, and I got banned from Twitter because of her. But anyway, she's really, when she was young, she was really good looking. She a piece of shit though. I don't like that fucking liberal stuff. Any of that liberal stuff goes out the window with me. What did I say? Look, where'd you go? Oh, she wants to go lay down now. I'm done. Shut up. I'll go do a couple more minutes and then I gotta go. I was able to get my arms 19.5 naturally, but when I was like 20% body fat, it was probably 18. I'm on the shorter side. Something. Listen, J-Rob, listen to me. It doesn't matter. You don't need the size. I know guys that got 22-inch arms. They look blobby and they look like shit. But if an 18-inch arm looks way better than a soft 19-inch arm. 18-inch ripped arm looks better than a soft 19-inch arm. I'm telling you, guys that are ripped, you know, it looks better. Do you have any cocaine stories? Chris Dodd wants to, do you have any cocaine stories? Have you ever taken it or no? Crazy stories from someone else, you know. Oh, I can't. I've never taken cocaine. I've never done any drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't do drink. I don't do any of that shit. It has nothing to do with bodybuilding. It has to do with idolizing my father, growing up with the father that I had. So I don't drink. My father made wine with his father, Italian wine. And my grandfather, who died before I was born, so I never met him. But my father used to make wine with him, and my father never tasted the wine that he made because he didn't drink alcohol. And that's why Donald Trump tells his kids, don't drink and all this other shit. And his kids don't drink. Don't drink alcohol uh, from the father. I've never drank in my life, never drank a beer, never drank wine. I've never drank coffee or tea. I've taken caffeine supplements, so it has nothing to do with the caffeine. I just never drank coffee or tea. So I've never done cocaine. No, I have no idea. I've seen guys on cocaine. I mean, I could tell stories about some of my friends. I can't throw people under the bus like that, but I could tell you it's nasty. And my one friend was like, feel my fucking heart. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Why would you do? I mean, you could see his fucking heart even beating through the skin like this. So I don't know. I would never do that. When did you start this, saying babanya? Oh, a long time ago. That's like Italian slang. I didn't make that word up. It's an Italian slang word. The babanya. I call it the babanya. John Romano uses that. The word that we made up in my family, the pisciadil is the word Italians say to dick. But my father used to say the piscioligat. So I say piscioligat. So sometimes I hear John Romano go, oh, you got the piscioligat. Got that from me. That's not a real word. It's an Italian slang that my father would say, just like my father would call it the graveyard, the gamazon, or the bathroom, the back house. A lot of them say the back house because in the old days in Italian, I remember my father be almost 100 years old. They used to go to the back of the house. In the back house, that's where the bathroom was. Anyway, so that's where I got that from. What's up, Greg? Oh, Alberto Aguilar. How you doing, my brother? Thank you for being. Only got another minute to it. I gotta go. I've been on it for a couple hours. So Satan's like already in the room. Like I'm tired. My girlfriend. I believe she was on here. She was on fucking Vince Goodrum's friggin' thing. Well, she's supposed to be watching mine, and he thinks it was me on this friggin' thing. Anyway, what is legal for transgender to take steroids? Why is it legal for transgender to take steroids for their gender, but it's not legal for bodybuilders? Because they don't want us being masculine. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to do that. They don't want, But if you wanted to take estrogen, they'd be like, oh, by all means, the doctor would be giving you estrogen like this. It's the way it is. I think it should be mandatory. Every cop, everybody in the Army and the Air Force, Marines, whatever, anybody in the military should have to take, it's good. It's performance answers are good. We as bodybuilders abuse that shit. I abused it, but if you take it right, it can only help. Did Lee do coke around you? Now, I'm not going to answer that. Lee's my boy. You mentioned, I'm sorry, Dorian being high and stuff at the club. Always funny story. Yes, Dorian, nice to see him lit. You know what I mean? Those guys were all doing like ecstasy and stuff, though. I see a lot of bodybuilders doing that shit. I'm not going to name all names. You know what I mean? I don't dislike Dorian, but he's not my friend. I've been in the clubs with him. We see things differently, him and I. Let's just put it that way. So I got no problems with him. He's a great guy, but I just don't, we're not buddies or anything. Let's see what else. It's a sad world we live in, unfortunately. Yes, you're right, Brian. Pablo, you are 100% right. Later, Greg and Lucia, good night. Thank you, Winmore. I appreciate that. See you, Brian, say goodbye. I'm going to have to go in 1 second here. What is the highest lean body weight you've ever reached? The highest lean body weight? I mean, I was 278. I'm only 5'6", bro. So 278 I was. I mean, I wasn't shredded, but I wasn't fat. I don't know what the competition weight was like, maybe that going in a competition, I'm thinking it's 156 maybe. You know what I mean? I was young. I was young and competing, and again, I would fucking slay guys. I beat the heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? But it was illusion. It was an illusion. Muhammad McCowie, guys like that only weighed like 162, and they were competing against Lee Haney at his best and stuff. So a lot of those guys. I think Danny Padilla, same thing, was like in a 160 or low 160s, 150s. Hey Greg, will you ever get missing link stories? Yes, Abdil, I'm sorry. Yes, I get it. I have so many missing link stories. I don't even know which one to tell first. I swear to God, there's so many. That bitch is you have no idea. My girlfriend, just a couple months ago, her mother asked her, like, oh, send me your license. My girlfriend hears me. She's like, oh my God, I thought you were in the bed. Anyway, she says, send me your license. My girlfriend fucking sends us the license. Next thing we know, my girlfriend's like, motherfucker, son of a bitch, blah, blah. And I'm like, what's the matter? She goes, I just looked at my mother's Facebook, and she has my license picture up on her Facebook, like her whole license. Meanwhile, you know what's on her? She's Mexican. You know what's on her fucking Facebook? Immigrants. I'm like, so now there's like a whole bunch of Lucias on there. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole bunch of people using your. I asked her, didn't you ask her why? Why should I send you a picture of my license for what? And she's like, I didn't ask her. And I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, this is a gazillion stories. I can give you, that's nothing, but I'm just giving you a little flavor. That's how nuts she is. Anyway, bring back the old school magazines too. Okay, that I have tons of. The old school magazines. I won't even let my girlfriend sell them. I got the old ones from the 1930s and all that shit. But all right, guys, listen. Satan is my girlfriend. She's in the next room. She's in the kitchen. I'm in this room. She's on the other computer. She's probably talking shit about me in somebody else's chat. She's over there. I can't believe you were over there in what's his name's chat. But I love you guys, man. Thank you all you guys for being here, man. I love you guys. I really do. I'm no different from you guys. It's that I've been around for so long. I have experience. Other than that, I'm one of you guys. I always love you. Thank you. Thank you, dude, but the gallbladder surgery. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Anyway, what's the last one? Hey, Greg, get out of your sap mode. Also, an Olympic runner. He got training system from eating. She got what? I'm trying to read whatever this guy's pandemonium, whatever the hell his name is. System from eating toast. Is that true? She got what? She got fucking. Well, what does this say? I can't understand it.
Oh, shit, Brian Pablo sent you $10.
Brian, Jesus Christ, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, Brian Pablo, man. Thank you so much. Save your money. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I you know me. I don't. I do this because I want to help you guys, and I love doing it. Oh, Lee's on here still too. Night, Greg. Gallbladder surgery. Lee's still talking about the gallbladder surgery. All right, simmer down, yo. Anyway, Lee's funny. Thank you, Brian. Thank you again, man. You're the best. Lee, you and Brian got to hook up, and then friggin' take a video with him and send it to me. Brian, you make sure you take a video with him if you meet him and send it to me. Or did you guys already hook up? I can't remember. I'm fucking shot. I can't remember anything. It must be the gallbladder. Anyway, Terminator Juice, thank you. Take care, bro. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. I do. I love you guys. Brian Pablo, it's always good seeing you, my brother. Georgie, Greg, I heard you like hamburgers without the bun. Thank you. I love you guys. George, you're all breaking too now. Brian, again, thank you. You're my boy. Lee, make sure you hook up with Brian. Brian, make sure you guys hook up. I love you guys, man. I'll see you soon. And I got to go. Oh, my gallbladder's killing me. Oh, that's right. I don't have one. I'll talk to you. All right. Bye, guys.